I'm already stuck. Hello, people. And I know how to get it, crowd right up and on the feet. So if you want the I'll show you how to get it. Ain't no mountain we can climb. So good evening. You guys let me know about the audio. I'm just gonna start whining when I talk, because America likes that. If you whine, or if you just be like real loud and aggressive, you know, like ew, America likes that. We're just gonna talk like that from now on. Just gonna whine, or just be really turned up and loud. Right? That's what we're doing now in 2018. We are regressing. So, I'm really not feeling all that hot today. I'm not sick, but I don't feel good, and I got a ton of work to do. So, just excuse me, because I was gonna put on hair and makeup and all of that shit, but I'm not. You know, when you don't feel good, you got a toddler. They ain't like, okay, mommy, you know, I don't need nothing. You just get you some rest. Can I bring you something, mommy? But those days are coming, ain't they? And mommy is waiting. Hey, y'all. Gotta sound like Kylie or Cardi with her ear infection. Something wrong with that girl hearing. It sound good, Bobby? Shout out to everybody in the chat room. What's up, Kelly, Mohammed, Shot Caller, Kenneth, Erica, Bobby, John, Keontae, hey, from Atlanta. What's up, Jay, my moderator, Links, Republicans, Reprisal in the house, Monet, ow. Monet said, we know what you look like. Thank you, girl, because oh, goodness. You know. Keontae said, I waited on your commentary. Well, a lot of people was waiting. Listen, I guess that's my job, right? To be on top of what's going on. But I'm trying to tell you, these people will drive you crazy. You'll go crazy. Trying to figure out and analyze and figure out what motivates these people to do what it is they do. Okay, Austin, Texas in the house. All right, shout out to Austin. I heard y'all recession proof out there. So, y'all let me know what you want to talk about first. And I really want to know what your opinions are on stuff too. But like I was saying, I don't let these people get a rise out of me like how they want to, you know? That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? That's what Beyonce wants. She want me to hate on her 2-hour performance. See, I ain't got time for that. I lost sleep waiting to hear from you. Okay, Kenneth, I'm sorry. Mark said Austin is weird. Dallas is where it's at. Uh-oh. Kevin said we're going to start off talking about Coachella. Jay said I was going crazy waiting for you. Did you see the video regarding a Syria little boy being a child actor bought with cookies? Yeah, so let's talk about that. And then we'll go into Coachella just because I just watched that video and it's fresh on my brain. And then y'all gonna have to tell me what's going on with Starbucks because I'm confused. Okay. Now, with the whole Syrian attack thing, you guys know that it's been almost like 2 weeks now. There was supposedly a chemical attack in Syria, and the United States responded by bombing some chemical or plants where they suspect that Assad is creating his chemical weapons. Well, there's a video that has surfaced where they are interviewing a kid who was seen in the video as being a victim of the chemical attack. He said that he was in a basement all night, didn't eat nothing, And then the next morning woke up and it was yelling at him, go to the hospital. He goes to the hospital and they start pouring water on him and they feed him. And then the dad was basically saying that they paid, the they is the rebels. Okay. So who are the rebels? Everybody but the Syrian army. And you got the Syrian army, and then you have like Al Qaeda, really a rebel group, but they all have different names and flags and have their own power struggles. So you have a ton of these different groups. So I'm just saying that to say specifically who is they were like the rebels. Which rebels? We don't even know. You call them rebels here. Like Obama would come out here and say, we're arming moderate rebels. Who are the moderate rebels? And say, we're arming Al Qaeda. We're arming ISIS. They ain't say that. People from ISIS is the same people from Al Qaeda. Is that when these groups split off to type of resistance towards the Syrian government and towards the Syrian, that Assad uses them very aggressively. The United States or Russia wants to get themselves involved and call themselves helping the situation out. They start giving weapons and supplies or boots and bullets or whatever to whichever group is fighting who they want to lose. And then once those resources come into the play, more money, more problems. Well, hell, now that I got a better gun and, me and Bob and Joe don't agree with how running things around here. So we're going to start our own thing. And so it's come to the point where nobody don't even know who they fighting and why no more, who and who on what side and who is what, which is why us arming moderate rebels when Obama was president, why that's such a big deal, why that's so problematic, because what we did was we exacerbated the situation. And honestly, coming from just callous, but we've had some isolationist presidents and we've had some presidents who have governed this country, deal that we should kind of mind our own business type of deal. And then you have the people who say, no, we need to go in and we're the leaders of the free world and we have to make sure that we spread democracy and make sure people aren't abusing their power and that type of things like that. And we have learned time and time again that isn't really, it's not really effective, which is probably why some people think that we would be better off with a one world government. But the problem is what one world, and how are you going to bring that into fruition, and who's going to be in charge? Now, the thing is, as far as the one world government is concerned, you and I are already in it. I mean, if you live in the United States, if we have a one world government, it's going to be looking more closer to this than it is to that. Problem is, as we spread Walmart and Britney Spears around the world, problem is too that it's not just Americans in on this plan. It's a very communist, socialist, which those are dirty words. Ideal of if we just spread the wealth, amongst everybody evenly and blah 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 blah. But then who's the person that's spreading the wealth? So the person doing the spreading is really withholding from everybody. So capital. Perfect. But the reason why we do things the way we do is because no one man is better than or more intelligent than somebody else to the point where they need to tell that other person how to live their life and they need to tell that other person how much money they need to make, etc. That's why we have a constitution and that type of shit. I say all of that to mean that, you reap what you sow. And so the Middle East, 90% of the shit look the way it is because this is how you've been getting down. And you wanted to control everybody, control the people, keep everybody unaware of what was going on around the rest of the world. You don't want to share the wealth. You don't want Britney Spears and Walmart in your country, but you don't have no problem with stoning somebody to death or chopping their head off or something like that for these minor infractions and that type of shit like that. And so then what you've done is put yourself behind the 8 ball as the rest of these European nations have been technologically advancing themselves. Now you done got so damn far behind the 8 ball that you can't catch up if you want to because they're not allowing you to. Now the part that irritates me is the game. If aside and start a one simply because we feel like our way is the better way, or we have a deep state, we know you listening. Okay, get this shit over with. Like honestly, the part that makes this ridiculous, because I don't live in Syria and I mean, really, we can't get Compton together. We can't get Chicago together. But you really want me to lose sleep over Syria? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. So if did nobody really get gassed and did nobody die in the airstrikes, then I don't know. I don't know. Some of y'all really, you care. I don't care. What I would prefer that y'all would do though, instead of pretending like you're not the bad guy because you don't want nobody to know you the bad guy and you think you're smarter than everybody else all the damn time, whoever's running this shit, just go and remove a side and let's just be done with it. The whole philosophical conversation about whether or not a side should be removed doesn't even matter because those of us who disagree with his removal don't have no damn power. I would much rather you just go over there and say, declare war and just bring it on instead of pretending like that's not what you're doing and then false flags and all of this nickel and diamond y'all doing. It's ridiculous. Either do it or don't do it. Because look at all the lies you got to tell. And that's my main thing with the way we do things, period. Like, I don't know why, our government won't just admit to whatever it is our end game is. We don't know what we're working towards. What do we really want? Now, just because I admit it, Americans don't really give a shit about what's going on in the East unless you're from the Middle East or your relatives are. Let's just keep it 1,000. And you don't want them, something to happen that's somebody trying to blow us up or terrorist attacks over here. That's what you really care about. If we're going over there to steal oil, if we're going over there to control the dollar or who's doing what, can you tell us what's going on? Instead of just, you don't want to look like the bad guy, so you're gonna allow to help the moderates to stage a false flag, and so then the false flag to give the United States the right. Ain't nobody got that kind of energy. We apparently all do, but I don't. I don't have the type of energy to keep up with this bullshit. Once a liar, you always a liar. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be investing myself in the stories about Syria if y'all out here faking chemical attacks, and then it take you 2 weeks to come out here to prove that the shit was fake. When they released everybody who walked into the goddamn hospital. Then the hospital employees, and see, when America do a false flag, they'll bring in actors as doctors and all that type of shit. No, they didn't went back to the hospital and did the interview with the actual employees that were there that night. Oh, no, we didn't admit nobody. So then why is it taking 2 weeks for you to tell the ladies and gentlemen of the world that the shit was fake? See, so everybody is playing. See when they publish this on YouTube. April 19th. Everybody's playing the game. So I just say everybody playing the game and they just want you to get emotionally invested in what they got going on, and you will be crazy out here because there's no end to it. And you have to also keep in mind, on top of whatever we're dealing with our government, on top of whatever these other governments are doing, we have the news media that whole bread and butter, the way that they live, eat, feed their kids, etc., is keeping ratings up so they can get ad dollars from these other people trying to peddle these bullshit products to you. What is this? And that's 90%. Are you disturbed by the fact that everything you do online is being tracked? I'm disturbed by the fact that it's random stuff coming on. Made by the dude who co-founded Firefox, Braid blocks all ads and tracker. Braid can actually save you as much as $23 a month on your mobile bill because of this. Save you a ton of. That is crazy. I got too many devices, y'all, and they just get to going off and shit. Ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's the news media is keeping us stir up any way they can for any reason. You know, so fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Don't call me no more about no damn Syria attacks, whether they just get fake, real, in between. I don't want to hear about it no more. You know, that was the reason we was pulling out of there anyway. Who knows what's going on? Nobody. Nobody knows what's going on. You see? Now remember last week or the last time I came on here, you was on the brink of World War III and oh my God, and if Trump does this, then Russia's gonna do, and what happened? Shit. Ain't nobody do nothing. You see? Now I can't go in a movie theater and yell fire, but these people can get on TV and holler World War III every other damn day. Alex Jones, your ass too. You need to calm down. Calm down. Damn. If you think for 1 second that these people out here don't know what I mean, honestly, the mere fact that they still playing these reindeer games is letting you know that this is all of this shit is a psyop. For the amount of bullshit going on, I'm at the point where Assad must be in on it too. And clearly Putin is. Clearly. So that's my take on that Syria shit. Is, you know, whatever. At this point. Whatever. It ain't gonna be no World War III over Syria, I can tell you that. Alex Jones is extra. Yeah, he is. He's hella extra. Sugar Salad said, we got Israel's back, but other than that, we need to leave the sandbox alone. That was a nice way of putting it. The sandbox. Exactly. Keontae said, yes, Kiki, that's why I agree with President Trump's judgment. Leave them people the hell alone. America first, only if you ask me. I mean, that's what I'm on. Too much. Bobby said transparency would be the best thing ever. Just let us know what time it is. Let us know. Let us know. That is why we having the civil discord in this country right now, because half the country has been asleep. And then with social media and everything, things are being brought to their attention because they can no longer avoid it because now it's in their face. In order for your basic ass to go on Instagram, in order for your basic ass to go on Shade Room, you're going to pass some stories. You're going to pass some little snippets and sound bites and clips and little memes that are going to get your attention based on some real shit that's going on in the world. And then your basic ass is going to form an opinion. And then your basic ass is going to try to, you know, put all this. And then it's the cool thing to do to hop on social media and show how irritated you are or how much you support or don't support whatever the hell is going on. So we got basic ass people that are involved in real conversations now. And I mean, before the conversation amongst, you know, the quote unquote conscious people were like, you know, everybody just needs to wake up. Child, now it's like, go to bed. Like Terrence say, go to bed. Go back to bed. Because now you just got a whole bunch of sleepwalkers in the midst of what's going on. And they are so easily triggered that's the reason why the media and stuff isn't being held at bay anymore. Because you used to have only people who really cared would be even, you know, only the people who really gave a damn would be involved in that conversation and would hold our journalists to task. But now you got so many people that really simple-minded people pretending to be interested, and all the news cares about is the ratings. So now, since before we were only having to talk to people who cared about politics, regardless liberal or conservative, those are the more intellectual people of our population. Now we got all these basic ass people who just don't like Trump because he's such a racist, and now they're watching the news and getting all riled. And it's just, oh God, it's just like, and that is only gonna get worse. It's only gonna get worse from here. So that's why it's important to be able to unplug, to know how to unplug. Who was that? Nicki Minaj was talking about how And I got off of Instagram because, you know, everybody was jocking my style. I put something on, I wear something, bitches jocking my outfits or whatever, you know. People, oh, I got all these people on my phone, so I got a new phone. I ain't get nobody the number. I got off social media because people was jocking my style. And it's like, and then she was like, and I just felt so much like better, you know, and I was just able to get in my creative zone and really like focus. And I'm just like, girl, you don't know how to cut this shit off, you know, like, I mean, good for you that you figured it out. You have to. You can't just, you can't. And especially, I see what it is for celebrities because I from doing this YouTube shit, and it is a lot. You want to engage with the people, with your audience, but then you got all these trolls. So you can't really engage with your audience without having to absorb some of the negative. And really it's more positive, but the negative stuff does sometimes can weigh heavier or whatever. But you have to know how to cut it off, one, and then two, you can't let everything that people say bother you. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj's problem is that the shit people saying about her ass right now is true. That's her problem, okay? Because she is a hypocrite. But in terms of bitches stealing your style, that's how I be feeling. In terms of just like, sometimes it's too much. Like sometimes you can feel like when you're a creative and you're original, you know what I'm saying? You know how long you set up going, damn, I wish somebody would do this. I wish somebody would do that. I wish somebody would say this. I wish somebody would say that. And then you say, you know what, fuck it, I'ma say it. You know, I'ma say it, I'ma do it. And then the next thing you know, you have all these other people basically jocking what you're doing. They say imitation is the sincerest form of flattery or whatever. But when you sit on your live and you say, listen, I don't fuck with Beyonce because of X, Y, and Z. You know, I feel like at her age, she's too old to still be talking about the same shit she was talking about as a teenager or not be addressing certain things at all. And you know, I don't really feel like there's any real substance to what she's doing. I don't feel like her image is positive for young Black girls. And then I sit here and I give y'all my own personal experiences of what I went through in Burbank, what I went through with white kids. And I very, very much sat here on this damn computer and said to you, when I was in high school, I was in the advanced dance program. I had a teacher who was from the Middle East, and she was able to see, you know, where these kids could benefit from some cultural experience. Okay, it wasn't something the school requested because they didn't care, you know. But this teacher said, you know what? I want you to head up a Black History Month program, and you put it together however you want to put it together. And I sat here and told you that I called all them white kids out there. They all came in there for their fourth period. It's a predominantly white school, you know. And then I sang, lift every voice and sang, and they stood and put their hand over their heart for the Black National Anthem. We had that conversation. Now, y'all might not be familiar with me from my previous radio shows. This is like the third or fourth that I have done. This is just the first time that I put my face out there like that. And the other ones, I might have pictures or something, but I wasn't doing lives, and we really didn't have the capability for all of that, okay? But I've been roasting this girl since 2013 on this damn YouTube. And clearly, girlfriend, you have been taking notes to Beyonce. This is what we're going to do with you. This is what we're going to do, girlfriend. Because clearly you've been taking notes. Because everything we done set up here and talked about class, girl, you came out here, you did the lift every voice and sing, girl. Then you brought the Black college kids out, and then you had the Greeks and shit out there, you know, so you can just bring them all together into the beehive, get information into the beehive sorority, okay? A lot of Greeks have a problem with what she did. And I knew that they would. And I knew that it was a bunch of people of her dancers that were Greek, because I could hear the Greek catcalls coming from the audience, the oops and all of that. I heard that. So I knew she had some deltas and skews and shit up there. But to try to bring them together and all of that. Girl, you've been coming to class, girl. So this is what we're gonna do. And they said you giving 1,000 black collar, not really a lot of money. Whatever it is, it's you know what, boo? Go ahead in that direction. Okay? Go ahead in that direction. Now, we already know Kanye West said it best, so I'm not even going. We're gonna read what Kanye had to say about Beyonce's performance. Notice that there's no attention being brought to what Kanye's comments were. They're acting as if like he was talking to thin freaking air. But I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and we're gonna talk about what Kanye West said about Beyonce's performance, and then we could just leave it at that. Because the fact of the matter is that those of us who have enough experience in the music industry, we know what time this is. And not only do we know what time it is, y'all told him late to this party that you and everybody who's following you, y'all deserve turnout. Y'all deserve each other, work out for you, good, bad, or indifferent. Go ahead. You know, I ain't in the Beehive. I'm not joining none of these bitches' organizations. The AKAs is in trouble right now for sexual assault allegations. So we can all use our imagination and sexual assault, okay? Either they was making the girl boys or they was making them do something to each other to get on that damn line. So good luck with that, okay? That's a serious matter. Y'all go ahead. Y'all tend to that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of shallow ass people out here looking for a bunch of little shallow ass tokens of blackness for them to hold on to and this type of shit. And my expression of blackness and what I understood, the history and all that type of shit as a middle school or high school child and as a 30-some-year-old woman is two totally different things. And so honestly, watching Beyonce's her 2-hour performance, girl, they do a 2-hour, can't hate on a bitch 2-hour performance, girl. The dancers got to switch in and out and take a break and drink a glass of water, and you still dance. You got to do it again Saturday night. So can't hate on a bitch 2-hour performance, okay? But reality is very middle school, very high school of her and her followers, her groupies, her supporters, and her mama. Basic. So I say, so it's just to the point where now, you know, there was a time when we really needed everybody to be vigilant and paying attention to keep from certain things from happening. Those things have happened while you were sleeping. Now we are in a reconstructive period. You see everybody going to Coachella and all the drugs and stuff going on and all the free love and shit and the STDs on the rise, like as if this is the period of time that we're in right now. It normally looks like this after there's been a massive war and people are returning back from war and making war babies and that type of shit. And our history, this flower child, free love, hippie, transgender shit, that normally happens after World War I, World War II, Vietnam. We ain't coming out of no massive war. That is just this is the fallout from Obama. That's how big this recession and all of that was, where, you know, Americans have lost their mind. Americans have lost their mind. That's why I said, trying to keep up with these people and every little thing they do, you'll be crazy. You'll be crazy. Now, Kanye posting a bunch of weird shit these days. So, these are his little ugly clothing idea. Kanye, boo-boo. It's all ugly, sweetie pie. Ooh, Tiana Taylor album dropping June 22nd. Yes. I don't like her little reality show, but musically, her album, that last album is everything. Pusha T, Kid Cudi, Kanye West, the Kid Cudi album on June 8th, and then Kanye's album is June 7th and 7 songs. I'm on his feed because I want to read y'all what he said. Truth is my goal. Controversy is my gem. I'll do 100 reps of controversy for a 6-pack of truth. Now, obviously, we know who that's talking about. Right? true character of a person, watch the way they treat somebody who can't do anything for them. Well, that's true. That ain't what we talking about. Wait, what? You know how you've been doing a lot of damn tweeting this week. I It's all I ever wanted. Good. Kanye, this is why they think you bipolar. And you talking to your damn self. Give me a minute, because I want to rant, and I can't just Google it because they tried to act like he wasn't talking about her. All right, this is where, here it is. He says, April 15th, the day after her performance, right? Look, so this is Sunday. Sunday, Kanye says, often people working with the existing consciousness are jealous of those who are more in touch, and they become hardcore capitalists in hopes of creating the illusion that the value of money is worth more than the value of time and friends. Some people have to work within the existing consciousness, while some can shift the consciousness. He's using word consciousness a bit, but instead of talking about black people. And what he's basically saying, instead of saying black folks or black, it's a play on words. What he's saying is, you doing this within the existing consciousness because right now it's pro-black time. Now it's in vogue to be pro-black. But when Kanye was on that, when he first came out, where she is now, this is how Kanye started. With college dropout, with the backpack, Delta step, Alpha step, Kappa step. He probably feels some type of way. He probably feels like he was robbed in a way, or like his concept was stolen. And it has been, they've done that to him before. Now, last year, a group called Odessa, if y'all know, I mean, it's a big ass group, you know, I ain't listened to it, but I watched their set. I watched most of Coachella. I watched it on a live stream because I wanted to know musically what was going on. Okay. So we'll get to them other people in a second, but Odessa, I think it's Odessa. It's like a trans house DJing type situation. But last year they brought out the entire USC marching band. Okay, so on stage she said, yeah, you know, I was so disappointed I couldn't perform, but I had a whole year to think about this while the twins was in my stomach. And I'm like, if you were scheduled to perform Coachella last year, shouldn't you have already had it planned what you was going to do, even though you backed out? You see? Or did you see Odessa last year, last April, and then had them babies in June, right? See? So, and then decided to do the same thing and do the black version, you know. But I thought that was pretty interesting. And basically he called her jealous. People working within the existing consciousness are jealous of people who are more in touch. And they become hardcore capitalists. Now, this we talking about Jay-Z now. And the illusion that value is worth more than the value of money is worth more than time and friends. He talking about Jay-Z. So that sums, I think that pretty much summed that up, you know. But at some point, even the biggest of critics or haters or spectators have to say, well, what is it that I want? And what would I like you to do? And I realized that what I would like to see Beyonce do are things that she can't do and they're not gonna do. I don't have a, you know, we all have our taste about music, you know. I believe that like Beyonce has classics, not necessarily hits. You know, Rihanna, what's that? Mariah Carey. It's some girls Taylor Swift, who got a bunch of #1 hit songs. And I know that hurt Beyonce feelings that she stood out there on that stage and a large amount of that audience didn't know who she was. And I assumed it was because they was high or because they was white or because they wasn't paying attention. But then I watched the rest of Coachella. And when that damn Migos took that, Migos should have did the damn Saturday night show, because when the Migos took that stage, and I don't know their music. I know the Beyonce music. I don't know the Migos music. Them kids, them white kids knew every freaking word. They had energy. You could hear the whole crowd when they put that microphone towards that audience. And then keep in mind that Coachella audience is, around 25 years old. Shit, Beyonce been out since middle school. So you singing stuff from 1997, girls, quite possible. They don't know. They don't know. Quite possibly. But they knew that Migos shit. They knew it. Cardi B, and they didn't really care. They did not really care about her like that. Tyler, the Creator, his performance fell kind of flat. He needed some more going on. I don't know. SZA sounded a hot ass mess for half of her performance. And the thing about SZA I don't like is that every time I turn around, she making an excuse. You not showing up to tour dates, you got an excuse. Your fans upset, you ain't signed autographs, you got an excuse. Your sound is crap, you got an excuse. You don't think you want to do this no more. Everybody knows what this industry is. The only reward you're going to get is fame and money. And that's it. You ain't getting peace of mind. You're not getting, and these are not business people that you're working with. Them people in the entertainment business, 90% of them ran to the entertainment business to avoid having to do any hard work or have to acquire any real education. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. So if you going into the music industry, you're going to be agitated, but it's no point in taking it out on the people who actually spending money on you. Take your agitation and frustration out on your team or your label, not these people who have spent their time and money to come see your ass and spent hundreds of dollars on concert tickets and CDs and mixtapes and promoting your shit on social media for free. Don't give them all this attitude and all these damn excuses. SZA basic too. It's just that the bar is set so low. The bar set so low that, certain shit that's basic is getting passed off now as deep or conscious. And definitely Beyonce and SZA's asses both in that same category. So is Solange with that bleach blonde hair on her head, Miss Seat at the Table. You could do a little blonde number, but girl, why it gotta be platinum? You look crazy. You look crazy. And so do Michelle. I don't know if she bulimic or what is going on, but she came to my church one time when I still lived in LA and she sang. And I leaned over to my homegirl and said, so ain't nobody gonna say that about the fact Michelle in here looking like a crackhead. She had this yellow dress on, and I'm telling you, and that church was in like a damn near an arena. I could see that girl ribs poking out from the nosebleed seats. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna. And then Michelle came out and said she was depressed. Okay, girl, I could see that, but she supposedly wasn't depressed no more. So, Michelle, why ain't nothing sticking, girl? Trying to read my. What's up, Adrian? Trying to read my comments, and it was sticking. Her music is good. I thought she was an excellent dancer with a rocking body. Oh, no, girl. Tiana Taylor will take you back to the Aaliyah days. That's who she reminds me of. That's who she reminds me. That last album, it's grown. You'll like it. Actually, I was kind of disappointed, but like I said, it's the game. When she came out of the MTV Awards and did that Fade performance, and then everybody was like, oh, wow, great body, great dancer. And I'm like, damn, you do some real ass music where you really put time, thought, lyrics. Every song ain't the same. Every song concept ain't the same. You got no critical acclaim for that album, which is one of the best R&B albums ever. Ever, Tiana. I am a music person. I can tell you albums and tell you the songs in order, okay? You look at all my old CDs growing up, it's all people now who are legends. The SWVs, the TLC, the Usher, I know music. That album, Tiana Taylor, that's one of the best R&B albums I ever heard. That 7 is fire. And the fact that you can't sell no albums without doing something explicit with your husband in the shower and getting you, the baby and the dad, everybody butt naked, and you out here butt naked doing the crybaby and all of that. That's unfortunate. And Tiana is a dancer, a great dancer. That video was about showing off her body. It wasn't elaborate choreography wise. I've seen Tiana Taylor do some very elaborate choreography too. Tiana Taylor is Janet Jackson caliber. And the problem is she ain't never gonna get, well, I ain't gonna say never, but she's not getting the, granted her brother ain't Michael Jackson, but I'm just saying, like, she's not getting the traction she deserves based on just the quality of her show, her music, her talent, her ability. You know, now I'm sure Tiana Taylor loves Cardi B because everybody said they love Cardi B, but let's just compare them two. Cardi B does not have a minuscule of the talent. I don't even feel like getting that whole conversation because y'all know where I'm going with this. It's okay for some people to act a fool and not for other people. Some people got a color on the side of the line. Some people don't. It's a different standard for everybody. And Cardi B is on a different standard. She was on the Ellen show today. And she was talking to Ellen said, what kind of student were you? I was a good student. But I was real disruptive. You know, I had to make jokes. And, you know, just one of them kind of people got to make jokes. And, you know, but when I graduated, though, the teachers was hugging me and they was all crying and they was like, "Oh, Becca, we gonna miss you," but they wasn't crying for the valedictorian now, or the smartest person in the school. I don't think the bitch said valedictorian, but she was like, but they wasn't crying for the smartest person in the school. Girl, that's the problem. Is the priorities around here. That is precisely why this world look the way it does right now. Because the people who act in a fool get rewarded for bad behavior. As you calling it bad behavior, you rewarding it. And then the people doing what they're supposed to do get completely ignored. I'm sure she don't even know who the hell the valedictorian was. And that's sad. And it's everybody not going to be able to relate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys are really hard working, so I know you can understand that it's very irritating, and now it's being called hating, but it's not hating. It's fucking irritating watching a bunch of illiterate bitches who can't read or write walk around here in high-end name brand clothes and foreign cars without a care in the world. We all know it's going to catch up to them later. If you think money is going to shield you from the fucking headache of being pregnant by an Offset, or shield you from the headache of being pregnant from a Fetty Wap. Look what Alexa Sky going through right now. It was all fun and games then, but now you done brought another life into the world and you get to see certain shit money can't fix. Certain money cannot comfort you. Money ain't gonna have that, whatever. She basic anyway. She probably so dumb. She probably too dumb to know any better. But it's irritating. It's irritating. And then if you say something about it, you're a hater. You're a hater. That's why I said, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and hate on this girl 2-hour performance. Girl, you got that. You got it. Beyonce, Cardi B, all the rest of you basic bitches and thoughts and bops, you got it. You got it. I watched a little bit of that T.S. Madison with I Love New York. And they was talking about how Backpage just got shut down, and T.S. Madison said, yeah, that's why I told you bitches years ago, you need to make sure you got some regulars. And then New York said, I know that's right, you got to have your regulars. And she said, what you know about that? She said, I'm a hoe too. See, this is New York, not somebody we really got high expectations for. But what year is it when y'all even talk like that? What year is it you even admitting to being a hoe? Let alone saying it loudly and proudly. These hoes is literally on parade. So you know what? Good luck, because it's not me and it ain't mine. You're not to roast them all day long till the cows come home, but all that's doing is making them more popular. They're okay with the bad attention. And much as everybody talk about that Cash Me Outside girl, she growing up faster than some of these other bitches. I tell you what, I bet you she more literate than Cardi B is. And they just nominated that child for a Billboard Award, honey. The Cash Me Outside Girl and Cardi B and Nicki Minaj is all in the same category. And I think that's so funny because that lets Nicki Minaj know what her contribution to this planet has been all this time. It's bullshit, sweetie. It's bullshit. And this is the reason why I've spent so much of my time invested in my education and my professional experience, because when I see something I want to do, I don't want to be sitting across from bitches like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to come down to me or Cardi B or me or the, Nicki Minaj's and the Beyonce's of the world. That's fine. Them bitches can have that shit they got. Because when I go walk that stage to get that doctorate, they're not going to be calling their name. Some shit you can't buy. I can't get no licensure with that honorary shit. Okay? So, that's what it's all about. Figuring out what lane you're going to be in and being comfortable with whatever lane and what league you in. So you hoes, y'all can have that. Y'all can have it. But look at these older women who played that same game y'all playing. Half of them ain't even here no more. Half of them didn't make it to 50. And the rest of them running around here crazy half the damn time. And Nicki Minaj is well on her way to losing her mind because she's so wrapped up in what everybody think about her. You know that girl Nicki Minaj sit online and reads every comment, every post, everything everybody says about her. She is totally engaged in that. I couldn't believe that. Uber guy said I was never a big Kanye about to keep it way to 1,000. I can't wait for this album to come out because I know Kanye finna tell. He letting them get it all out. He let them get out and say everything they had to say and do all the clowning they was going to do. Because Kanye finna come and snitch on some people. That's why he said, I'll take the controversy for that truth to get out. Okay, I'm trying to pop out this chat because I got these chats coming so fast I can't read them. And I want to, y'all know I like to read all the comments. We are? Okay, I mean, I don't want to discriminate against humans, so in a way, we want not to take you up on your offer. Yeah, I'm in. Okay, I might have too many tabs open or something. It seems like everything loading so slow for me. So bear with me. I was only trying to pop the chat out. He better be careful or they'll 5150 him again. I mean, Kanye been out here talking all kind of trash forever. The minute he say something about Beyonce, they threw that man in a paddy wagon and carried his ass off. And you know where Nicki Minaj get it from? Nicki Minaj gets it from Beyonce. Can we read chats, please? I'm trying. I can't do this anymore. Thank you for your donation, Uber guy. I appreciate it. Joe Budden hard too. He is when he want to be. I feel bad for SZA. She really to make a side chick anthem just to be rejected and played. I mean, but the thing is with SZA, she doing that to herself. Ain't nobody doing that to her. Now this somebody ain't even being sabotaged. She doing that to herself. Just not prepared. They don't do artist development anymore, and she needs artist development. JJ said Beyonce overrated. No talent tolerated her in Destiny's Child. You know what? I liked Latavia when Destiny's Child came out. I didn't dislike Beyonce, but I've been over Destiny's Child since the damn video came on, and my two girls I was looking for wasn't in there. And then I remember everybody going, "Is that Beyonce?" Because we kept thinking Farrah was Beyonce, and we was like, I don't know. It was weird. We couldn't tell which was which, so that's why they put Farrah out. They won't. They can't tell me no. I ain't trying to hear it. Mark Anthony said Solange watched Lord of the Rings and wanted to be an elf. Oh my God. Nick said Beyonce is played out. Well, it's what it's looking like. I saw Aaliyah at Summer Jam '97. Oh, who else was there? I saw Aaliyah at Cool Down for 4.3 the beat. I felt like the beat cool down at the Forum, and Aaliyah and all them people was there. 112, Timberland, Missy. Before '96 was real. Yeah, it's been slowly going down for a while. Uber guy said Janet Jackson was a perfect example. Yeah, you know your music. Yeah, I mean, that's the closest comparison. You know, they're not somebody that's gonna come out and just really belt a song out and give you, you know, a Celine Dion vocal performance. But in terms of like, but they can sing, you know. And I've seen Janet live. Janet can sing. The key Janet sings in, everybody can't sing in that key without cheating. You know, that's really her voice. She's going to be on a new season of Hit the Floor as well. It's going to air on BET instead of VH1. Oh, shit. Well, Hit the Floor. There goes the show. Cardi on that shit, too. She high. Cardi B is 100% talentless. Talentless. And look, with, how do I say her name? Casca? With Cardi B, it was like, okay, look. The girl got a cool personality. She being herself, you know, and she's like the underdog because they was sunning her on that show, DJ Self, Raggedy Ass, and them, you know. They was giving her a hard time, so it's like you root for the underdog type. But my thing is, you got a record deal, and they put millions of dollars into this album. They got you writers. If she wrote the whole shit herself, maybe. You got writers. You got a feature on every other song, and this shit sounds so element. It sounds like a 15-year-old, a 16-year-old. You sound like Danielle Bregoli. That's why y'all in the same category. You two and Itty Bitty Piggy. This is why that girl can be in your category with you. Except she 14 for real. And y'all are twice her age. But you sound 14. I'm cheering for a change. Danielle music ain't that bad. She stay on beat. She on beat. I'm talking about the little girl from, I know you sophisticated people have no idea. I'm talking about Danielle Bregoli, the Cash Me Outside girl that was on the Dr. Phil show, has been nominated for a Billboard award for Rapper of the Year or something. No, was it for Rapper of the Year? Or something like that. In the same category with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. And that's what you bitches deserve. You see? You see how karma works? Now that the award don't mean nothing. Now it don't matter who win it. And win it. Because look at your category. And look who fought that is. And she's charting. It's not like the girl ain't did no work and don't deserve, you know, to be mentioned. Hey, she's charting. She's put the numbers up there and people have downloaded her music. But Nikki, you the one took the bar from Queen Latifah to this shit it is now. You did that. You did that. She didn't say valedictorian. No, she didn't. She didn't say valedictorian. She said the smartest girl in the smartest kid in school. Beyonce don't hold shit to Jenna, Mariah, or Aaliyah. You know what? What I don't like is everybody saying Beyonce is the greatest performer of the world, hey, hands down. It's like, okay, so forget Little Richard, who is probably the greatest performer. Forget Michael Jackson. Forget shit giving you a run for your money. And this is after y'all came in and got rid of the Whitney Houston. We act like if you're going to tell me the greatest entertainer means entertain me. I'd have threw Beyonce's whole performance away to get one live I Will Always Love You from Whitney Houston. Just one song and walk off. It's only certain people that can sing and make the hairs on the back of your fucking neck stand up, and she ain't one of them. But when you won't look now, Kiki Wyatt got her own personal stuff that's going in. That dealing with that has cancer or something like that, and she literally got 9 kids. You know what I'm saying? But once upon a time, there was a world where if Kiki Wyatt put out a song, if Ledisi and them people like that, can put out some music, and it was enough room for everybody. Not no more. Now, Beyonce, all over the R&B and the pop charts. And that's because they strategically have what you're seeing Nicki Minaj do. Nicki learned from Beyonce, and she's just not as effective at it. So we see him behind the curtain. But look at all the shit, the self-sabotaging Nicki Minaj has tried to do with other people. Blocking them from coming to award shows if she's going to be there. Blocking them from receiving awards if she's going to be at that award show. Blocking them from getting songs cleared or working with certain people. And come on now. And if you say anything about her negative, you're a hater. But she out here trying to sabotage people's whole career. To the point where all the rap females head by Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah is the reason why Nicki Minaj is on her way out of here. They're not going to let you live, Nicki. Them Billboard charts is fake as a $2 bill. Number one. Ain't no way in hell you charting high on iTunes, but then on the Billboard charts, you 83 and 92. They're not going to let you live, Nicki. I mean that figuratively, hopefully not literally, but you know who we talking about. Queen Latifah and Remy Ma got together and concocted a plan to bring Nicki Minaj down. And Cardi B is simply the beneficiary of that. They knew they couldn't take her down with no real lyrics because the audience is too basic. Let me know if I'm boring y'all because we can move on. But people too basic these days. So it wasn't like some new Queen Latifah could come out and just spit and rhyme y'all head off. And, they got that kid Rhapsody running around here. Ain't nobody checking for her. Except real hip hop heads. Ain't nobody checking for Rhapsody like that. No, we need a basic ass bitch to come out here with a big fake booty. And we going to make her number one. And everybody be looking over there while we taking Nicki Minaj out. To the they taking her ass out this game. And the only reason Beyonce is still standing is because it's not powerful R&B bitches like that can take her out. But she been sabotaging careers this whole time. Cash Me Outside girl was invited to Coachella. You know what? She said that she's not ready for Coachella because it's a big deal and she's not prepared for it. And that was a good call. SZA should have made the same call. You know who else should have made the same call? French Montana. Lazy ass. He got up there in a white t-shirt and some flooded pants, some flooded jogging pants. I did like that Duffy was his DJ just because she's a girl, and I thought that was cool to have a girl DJ with some interesting clothes on. But then halfway through the set, I felt like she wasn't really doing her job, but he was so lazy and tired. And by the end of that damn set, he was exhausted. I don't know if they partied too much or what the deal is, if he needed to drink more water. Puff Daddy brought his lazy fat ass out at the end. He didn't even rap along to his verse. He just came out there and waved to people. And then when the show was over, it wasn't no big grand finale. They just walked off the stage. I was like, where are they going? Where are they going? Now, for those of you ratchet music connoisseurs, y'all are going to be the only ones who care about this portion. Okay, this portion right here. This little extra tidbit of information. Now, if you watch the Migos set, I love music and my kid loves to dance. So I just turned the Coachella on and then we just had live music in the house for a couple days. Okay. Now the Migos, who the baby tell me who hot. Okay. If the baby clap and she's pretty liberal about it. If the baby clap, then it was good. Okay. Now the baby got up and danced with Beyonce one time. And other than that, she wasn't interested. But the baby was all into this Migos. So I guess the younger you are, the more the Migos is for you. Now the Migos has a song with Cardi B and Nicki Minaj that caused all this drama because they did a song with Nicki Minaj and then they said, "Can we put Cardi on it?" But obviously she had to know Cardi before she put her name in the song. So at any rate, they asked her, could Cardi B be in the song? Nicki recorded her verse, said some shit like, if Cardi the QB, then what's his name? Nick Lombardi, Vince Lombardi, who I don't know. It's a reference about a quarterback and a coach. Cardi didn't like that. She told them to have Nicki to take her name out of that verse because she felt like Nicki was signing her. And so they did. But this look what Cardi basically did to Nicki what Nicki does to other people. She said to Atlantic, tell Nicki Minaj to take my name out her mouth and redo that verse, or don't clear or I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm not gonna clear my vocals on none of these tracks that we got with these other artists that's supposed to be coming out and that type of stuff. Basically put them in a situation where they had to, and Cardi is it right now, not Nicki. You see how quick that changed for all that shit this glow girl been running around here talking for 10 years, and then now they just treating her like a wet food stamp. Poke thing. And then you don't have no real girlfriends because you don't know how to be a friend to women. So if you had a real homegirl right now, she would be somebody to have your back and let you know to ignore this shit, let it to blow over. But no, you're making Cardi hot by hating on her. You fueling the fire. So anyway, when they performed at Coachella and Cardi B is there, she just performed a little bit earlier. Her husband is on stage. I'm thinking she gonna come out and perform. They play the Cardi B track of her voice. Cardi don't come out. And then Nicki Minaj's verse was entirely skipped over. So I was like, damn, that's interesting. Well, it turns out the night before the performance, in the midst of all this drama going on about Nicki Minaj versus Cardi B and this song, and Quavo is like the Beyonce of the Migos, right? Quavo was out partying, him, Kylie, Travis Scott, and Nicki Minaj. So just them being seen together, Quavo and Nicki Minaj, that pissed off Cardi B. And so she said she wasn't going to come out and perform. And I could tell when they was performing, when Cardi verse started, everybody just started looking depressed and what they all, them poor boys. Y'all need to bring artist development back. I don't know why the kids like them. It must be hot. Maybe it's like a dog whistle and I'm just too old to hear it. Okay. But that performance of them walking back and forth, they don't have no energy. I don't know if it's the lean or what. And then when Cardi came on and they all got sad, that's why I went to go investigate. Like, what happened? Because they looked like they wanted to cry. Y'all gonna let them bitches break your group up. They're gonna break up your group. Because Quavo gonna do whatever he wanna do because he Beyonce. And then Offset think he's supposed to be Beyonce now because he with Cardi B. And see, they gonna break your group up. Time Reveals All said, I can't stand Cardi B. Talentless trash. Not even pretty. I don't get it. She must have drank blood of many babies. Who knows? Heidi Ho said, I appreciate your insight on Kanye's comment. I think you're right. I don't care about Kanye, but you defend him when he deserves it. Balanced opinion. You know, a broken clock is right twice a day. And Kanye, my thing with Kanye is Kanye knows these people. He knows these people. And once upon a time, Kanye had real good sense. You know, he's just in the sunken place. But every once in a while, he pop out a little bit. If the real him pop out. Cardi B, Ellen is my up next video below. Weird. Oh, you know YouTube. Kiki, you have me. No good imitating Cardi B. What you saying is true. Mm-hmm. What's up, man? You don't stop. How you doing? I'm in Atlanta. Every night, some of these girls are lost souls. Clearly. I just want to know what Cardi can offer the child coming. You know what? This baby gonna sit her ass down and she might learn something about the world. The enemy of a hoe is old age. It is, Keontae. Then you gotta reevaluate your situation. It ain't even up to you. The customers dry up on your ass. Casca said, yeah, can't have no opinions anymore. You right. Can't call a spade without being a hater or jealous. Exactly. Alyssa said, I made a reaction video to Beyonce's Coachella performance, which was mostly positive, but I'm still getting shit on by the Beehive. Are you serious? Where's your reaction video? Is it on YouTube? I want to check it out. Um, Cardi B must on with the flow of the industry, getting all the evil shout outs. And like I said, they trying to take Nicki Minaj out for a few reasons. For a few reasons. And see, Nicki Minaj ain't always wrong. You know, when she talks about how she's being addressed, she feels like because she's a woman, people don't take her seriously. I think the fake ass and the pink hair and shit might also have something to do with the sweetheart. With that being said, they'll take these men seriously. You know, they take the Migos seriously. So, I mean, in hell, I mean, you know, ugh, ah, ugh, God, that's what can I say? What can I say? I feel like Cardi B is out here to replace every black woman in the music business besides Beyonce. I mean, it ain't even that many for her to get rid of, but you know, you see people like Cash. Now, I don't like Cash Doll. Cash Doll is a rapper. I'm not gonna say I don't like her. I don't know anything about her. It's nothing particularly interesting that I'm nothing that she's talking about that I'm interested in or anything like that. But with that being said, neither are any of the other ones. You know, it's like, is she not ratchet enough? I don't know why. As hard as she's been grinding and putting out mixtapes, she's had her celebrity peers. You know, not Ellen and like old people. Oh, not old, but like older. Well, shit, Ellen is old. Ellen's 60. She ain't had cosigns from 60-year-old people like Cardi B has, but from her peers, people in her age, and people who like hip hop, you know, they've been trying to help her situation, and she can't even get a song on the radio. So it's obvious that there is a power that is picking and choosing who's gonna do what. Honestly, Starbucks is playing a bad game since they're going to screw over their employees. Starbucks get whatever they deserve because this is the same group of people, the same company that said they wanted to hire illegals during the election because they were so mad about us trying to build this wall. Remember that? Remember? Meanwhile, all these liberal ass companies, Starbucks, MTV, or any, you know, VH1, etc., those companies have the least amount of black people working in corporate, and those companies have the most ignorant practices. You know what? It's a difference between being overtly racist and just being ignorant and lazy. And I don't know which is even worse, but there is a difference. And because they're so busy being lazy on one end and then trying to get free publicity on the other end, you know, now you got the attention you wanted. Starbucks. You getting the attention you wanted when you said you was gonna hire all illegals and all that other type of shit. Black people was supposed to boycott Starbucks when y'all had the little slave boy holding coffee beans. Remember that shit with the slave boy holding the coffee beans? The little statue sitting on the counter. And which actress was that? Colombiana. What's her name? And she was somewhere and seen, you know, I mean, Starbucks is everybody got a Starbucks story. I've been denied being able to use the bathroom without buying something at Starbucks. I didn't think about whether or not it was because I was black, but you know, it's one of them shady, you know, vegans and fucking. I ain't gonna say I don't go to Starbucks. I'll never go to Starbucks, or I never have or anything. But I'm not an avid religious coffee drinker like that. And when I when I do want coffee, I use the Keurig, you know. So I'm just like, now all of a sudden you in trouble. okay, getting bad publicity from from a group of people who you should have been concentrating on pandering to a long time ago because you keep getting in trouble doing this type shit and you constantly ignore it. But then you got time to talk about you want to hire illegal immigrants. So now everything that caught up to your ass. How hard is it to say whatever the policy is, adhere to the policy? This is the you know what I'm saying? And just be done with it. And just be done with it. But I'm sure the managers are able to use their discretion and they put policies up that ain't real just so they can do that. Come on now, we didn't all had a job before. You know, some people can get away with certain shit and some people can't, and that the company will eyeball it. Now, I worked in the bank. In the bank, I don't know if y'all watch what's homeboy name? Funky Dineva. Funky Dineva was on here one day trying to tell a story about how the time he went to the bank and he was trying to cash a check and they were giving him a hard time with cashing it and that kind of stuff. And he felt so uncomfortable and he wasn't sure if it's because he was black or what, but it felt like they was just doing the most to verify this check. Well, in the bank, there is a protocol for cashing a check. Then there's a protocol for if you feel like something is suspicious going on. Okay. And I say all of that to say they only ever found suspicious activity with black people or young people or Hispanic people or white people that look like maybe a biker or somebody looking kind of rugged or something like that, right? But I said from day if I ever wanted to rob a bank, all I would have to do is hire some young Asian women because they don't. I don't know if it's because they think that they all look the same or what, but I'm telling you, they wouldn't even do. There's like four checks that you're supposed to do or something. And I was never a teller. I started off as a banker, but from I think they had to do like it's like you look at the signature, make sure the picture matches, check the card, see if anything funny going on, the ID, whatever case. Whatever the little checks was, they never did it with the Asian girls. They only did it with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So sound like here they got a habit of telling everybody they can't use the bathroom, but then if it's somebody that they feel like is okay, or maybe that guy go to the Starbucks all the time, or who knows. But now your ass is busted. I mean, that's the extent of that. You know? Kanye went to a rape ritual and he never been the same since. I heard that. Me and Cardi be the same age and I can't relate. I couldn't relate either when I was 25. I ain't never been that damn basic. Poor thing, bless her heart. Bless her heart, like I ain't even mad at you. But you basic, baby. All right, y'all. I be struggling with these comments because I talk a lot and then there'll be more comments and then I got to figure out where I left off. Okay. Okay, wait till y'all hear if Kanye legally can do it. Mm-hmm. You don't hear much about Kelly Rowland no more. Well, it's because she got married and went somewhere. Latoya and Latavia were the soul of the group. I mean, those is the first girls I knew. Farrah is way more beautiful. Latavia and Latoya are prettier too. I mean, Farrah wasn't there long enough for me to catch on. Farrah who? Farrah Franklin. She was a member of Destiny's Child very briefly. CLE said they couldn't have two light skins, so one can outshine the other. I honestly feel like that's why she was removed. And if you watch Beyonce perform, the people directly around her, closest to her, are dark complexion to make her stand out. Can somebody make a meme about the Starbucks incident? I mean, since they focusing so much on race. I've seen some of them. Latavia used to sing well before becoming a drunk. because they stole her whole dream. Is that what happened with her? May as well have some white douchebag drinking coffee and getting punched in the face while drinking it by a black guy. Oh, you talking about for the meme? Keontae said the days of Clive Davis and Whitney Houston artist development is over with. It's all about the dollar nowadays. It seemed to me though, if you want to make a dollar, you would put something together. You know, when SZA goes out there to perform, that's supposed to make album sales go up, not a bunch of bad publicity and people saying she can't sing. Janet seems better at dancing though. That one, oh no, Janet is definitely a better dancer, but you know, but Tiana could easily blend in with Janet Jackson's backup dancers. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then we're comparing old Janet to Tiana, not current Janet. But that girl could. I don't know. I don't know, Janet. Tiana Taylor could dance her ass off. Cardi B is illiterate and hard of hearing, girl, and hard of hearing. I don't like any of those nominees. Sadly, Nicki Minaj is better than both. She is. Somebody send me some money. Calvin, 1999. Thank you so much for your donation. Cardi B is illiterate. Okay, where was that? Next Frontier, Nobel Peace Prize, Cash Me Outside, girl. Well, you heard about Kendrick Lamar getting a Nobel Peace Prize. Was it? No, I'm sorry. Not the Nobel, the Pulitzer. Kendrick Lamar just won a Pulitzer Prize. I don't know what the criteria is. So, you know, okay. Kendrick Lamar is a literary genius. I mean, it's just like, what if you were an author and were on your eighth book and you have been doing this shit for 50 years and you turn on TV and they talking about Kendrick Lamar that won uh, 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 the Pulitzer. How does that make you feel? Sugar Sally wants to know, why do all these girls need to be ex strippers? There aren't any woke girls with character that can sing in 2018. No way. I mean, it's to the point where me and my best friend talk about this all the time. Like every time she sees them, she call me and she be like, "Forget this. I'm just gonna start rapping because this is ridiculous." And it's like a running joke. But maybe we should. Maybe that's Cardi B was in an Amazon commercial with Gordon Ramsay. They put so much into that little girl. I don't get it. I forget what it's called, but you know, we got this thing where we like to look at people who we feel like we're better than. You know, she ain't intimidating. Beyonce said, Beyonce doesn't captivate me. I cried my ass off when MJ passed, greatest performance ever. Elton John is so dope. Yeah, I love me some Elton John. Now, talk about performance. I don't care to see him live. I mean, the fuzzy jacket, some weird ass sunglasses. That's the extent of his stage presence. You know, he's no Little Richard. And then I be wanting to give people credit, but when I remember that Little Richard gave birth to R&B, rock and roll, everything, you know, Little Richard changed music, and you know the Rolling Stones and Jimi Hendrix and Elvis Presley and them people would not exist if it wasn't for the Beatles. The Beatles, even all them people opened up for Little Richard, you know, played backup for him or something like that, and he don't get nearly as much credit. He's still alive. And every time I turn around, everybody else getting a tribute, honey. Let me tell you who need a tribute, honey. Is that Little Richard? But see, can't nobody imitate him. Can't imitate him. So it's like I like Elton. It's some Elton John songs that are just the thing is just his music is perfect. When you talk about the songwriting formula, staying on topic, that song that Cardi B did with uh Kaylani. You don't hit my line no more. You can't make it ring, ring, ring. And I'm listening to the words, and the story ain't even consistent. You feel me? Like, y'all don't read this stuff back. Elton John's music is perfect. And Elton John did that Circle of Life for the Lion King. You know. But I can't give Elton John props without giving props to Little Richard, because if it wasn't for Little Richard, none of y'all wouldn't even be around. And those people gave birth to the next generation. You know, Whitney Houston's mama used to sing backup for Elvis Presley and that. So that's why she knew between Sissy and Dionne Warwick and Aretha Franklin, they already had the industry connects and everything. So it was right, you know. The new RX 350L with 3 rows for 7 passengers. Well, Whitney had the talent, but they had the connections now. Experience space for the unexpected with the Lexus RXL, part of the RX family. Experience. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Whitney Houston had to sing at a train stop until she got discovered. They knew who to take her to. Back then, you could easily pinpoint an artist. Now everybody sounds the same and they spit the same bars, pretty much. And they say the same lines over and over and over again. M. Lane said, "I've never seen a Beyonce show. She's not genuine and doesn't faze me." I heard that. What's up, Mod Squad? Where you been? Most of all these female gospel singers will eat Beyonce alive with vocals. Well, they will. That Kiki Shard can sing. And this is the mattress that saves Brenda, who serves double shifts at the ER. Right now, save $100 on select sectionals at Big Lots. Well, Mama, what do we do with this remote? Serve big, save lots. Big Lots. My stomach been hurting all day, and I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like sore. I tried to exercise yesterday, so that's probably what that is. I would have gone to a B show. She could say the same damn thing, the same way, and charge an arm and a leg. She sure did. Only concert I've been to was a country one and a few jazz concerts. Oh, I've been to a million. My first concert was with Stevie Wonder. And this is how I know for a fact that he ain't blind. Okay. So let me tell y'all my 2 Stevie Wonder ain't blind stories. So first time I met Stevie Wonder, I went to my first concert. I was 5 years old, and I can remember everything. My mama had on a mustard colored suit. It was like the pants with a mustard colored matching blazer, okay, with a V-neck, long, like, you know, lapel, like the button start like under her breast or whatever, and she had on like a black camisole underneath, okay. And my daddy was there, and they didn't do too much together, so I remember the whole thing, okay. So now we go to the Stevie Wonder concert, and obviously I got to stand up on the chair. My little sister wasn't born yet. My mom was pregnant. So I wasn't even 5 yet. Then I was 4 because my sister born in March. Okay, so look. I'm standing up on the seat so I can see. Because it's all these grown-ups, you know. And I can see everything. So Stevie Wonder starts singing Very Superstitious, right? And he had people, the dancers came out in glow-in-the-dark outfits, skeleton outfits. It was an all black and they had a skeleton. So this was the first time I seen some glow-in-the-dark shit. Like they dancing and everything, they grooving. And I was so excited that I'm jumping up and down on this seat and I'm clapping, okay? Now, we was on the floor, but we wasn't in the front. You know, we was on the floor on the side, on the inside of the aisle, you know. Like I was in the aisle, but I'm on the far left side. Just to tell y'all how good my memory is. And I'm not making this up, okay? Now, I'm the only kid. Ain't nobody bringing 5-year-olds to Stevie Wonder concerts. Stevie Wonder, No Helper, No freaking assistance, no guide. Okay. Matter of fact, I don't remember him having no guide at no point in this piano, in this whole performance. He wasn't sitting down at the piano, he was standing up. Okay. Stevie Wonder walks up to me, holds my hand, and sings to me. And you know how you sing to a baby and you're all in their face, like, oh, it's so cute, very superstitious. And I was just clapping and jumping up and down. Okay. So we get in the car, and you know me, he ain't blind, right? They was like, he is blind. I'm like, no, he's not. When I tell you, me and my parents argued about that shit the whole way home. And every time some Stevie Wonder come on, I'll be like, you know he ain't blind. The man walked right up to me, y'all. How you see a 5-year-old in the dark? They tried to hit me with a, well, no, he losing his vision. He don't have all his vision. He can. Then my mama said, well, he can see some things, but not everything. I said, Mama, how you see some things and not everything? You can't play with no 5-year-old logic, okay? Because 5-year-olds don't understand no bullshit. We need straight answers. Mama, how can he see some things and not others? She didn't have no answer, okay? So I have had the full on conviction that Stevie Wonder could see because the man walked up to me in the dark, held my, and I was 5. Years later, before I moved out here, so it probably had to be like 6 or 7 years ago, when I lived in Inglewood. It's a raggedy ass club called the Savoy, and I recommend that you don't ever step foot in there. At any rate, Stevie Wonder came in there. It's not that many black clubs in LA. If you wonder why Stevie Wonder in this hole in the wall, Savoy had got some new ownership and tried to get their shit together. Savoy the type of club where you get your car broken too while you in the club. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them type joints. It's in Inglewood. Inglewood is bougetto. It's not like gang bangers hanging around per se, but it's a bunch of like low life ass niggas that live in the area that come hang out and flirt with the girls in line and break into people's cars. That's the type of environment it is. And we used to go because it's not no black clubs really in LA. They'll have a black R&B or a hip hop night somewhere in Hollywood, but you go to Hollywood, that means $20 a parking, plus you got to drive all the way over there. And then we at the door, they're gonna be real stush, you know. So depending on who you with, you know, you got to go with your cute girlfriends, because if you with your girlfriends, that's a little, you know, they ain't not even ugly. They just they ain't gonna let her in, or else you gotta pay extra. So at this point, I'm just trying to avoid, you know, being in the middle of a shootout. Okay, I'm not afraid to finna go to Linwood or somewhere in the IE or wherever it is that the young black people get together and gather, because that nights end up in another type of drama. All we trying to do is dance and have somebody flirt with us and buy some free drinks, and everybody going about their business. That's all we want. Okay. On this particular night, they had revamped everything, and Stevie Wonder was there. Okay. I'm standing in the front by the stage, and Stevie Wonder is walking in the door. Walk the door past me, and I reach my hand out, and he shook my hand and squoze up my forearm, probably trying to see how fat I was, or trying to pretend like he was blind, because clearly he didn't see me reach my hand out, but he clearly grabbed it. He very much grabbed it, and he very it wasn't no blind man interaction. And you see Stevie on his like 10th baby. Stevie can see something. He can see something. I seen a picture. To was Janet, and it was great. Ooh, which concert was it, girl? Was it Velvet Rope? French Montana needs cardio. French Montana needs cardio. Okay, not Cardi B. He need cardio. He need to call Shanti or something like that and get it together. Yes, honey, that Velvet Rope tour, honey, child. Ain't nobody touching that Velvet Rope tour. Garden. Ooh. Rhapsody is a very talented person. So many R&B artists out there that push the genre in a new direction. Like Kalia, I don't know who that is. They don't get recognition. Or Kalela? Are you talking about the girl? As hell, he must drink alcohol all day. Listen, Fresh Montana is mm-mm. He even had what's that? Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. He had that little boy come out and sing 2 songs. Jason, your baby and Migos speak the same language. She probably didn't understand what they were saying because I sure couldn't. Migos, Eagles, Beagles. Goodness. Another wet food stamp. Y'all be cracking me up because I just be talking and then I'll be like, did I say that? At least Nicki got bars. Cardi B is an embarrassment. Yeah, Cardi B is pretty ridiculous. And it's just like I performed I sang backup for a good friend of mine. She did a couple shows in Vegas. And I was pregnant at the time and I don't rough pregnancy anyway, but I just could not imagine getting on all floor fours and humping and gyrating with a baby in my belly. And it's like, then you can still turn around and be for women empowerment and all of that type of shit. Like, two things don't have to go together. And I'm just like, for real? It depends on what you're motivated by. You know what I mean? I guess if you're a person that's really, really motivated by money, like, forget it. I'm just going to do whatever I got to do to get money, I guess. That's why I say you get a headache trying to figure out what motivates these basic ass bitches. Kiki getting everyone bad reviews. These bitches' lives is a bad review of their parenting skills. I can't believe Cardi's 25. I thought she was in her 30s. Nope. In a sunken place with those Kardashians. Yep. Thank you. Oh, she ain't that baby true. Didn't we have some other important stuff to talk about? Did we have anything else important to talk about? Sophisticated people, don't let it go off track because laughing at the political news sometimes be sounding just as ignorant as the ratchet shit. So that's why I just gave up on trying to separate the two. Yeah, it's on my channel. I just been deleting all the BS comments. And you can always put a filter too in your comment section, Alyssa. Because that's do I like Etta James? Of course, Leslie. After my incident with Tanny. And I just went in there and put filters in. So over the damn conversation. So if you post something and you don't see your comment, then it's probably the filter. And then I'll go through the filters later and approve comments. But it's just stuff that he would say, that BT shit and, hat hair and all that old clown ass shit. Anybody got time for that? Or if you say Tammy Sodomizer, if you say that full name in my comments, your comment will not pop up. And he ain't getting no publicity over here. Because the entire music industry. That's what she been on. But the problem is she's not, I think she's bored with herself. What's your opinion on Tinashe? Poor little Tink Tink. Tinashe can dance. She ain't a bad singer. Her music is However, that never stopped people like Kesha, and other people that got so music. I think what Tinashe needs to stop doing is trying to out sex these other girls, being overtly sexual. It's one thing to be sexy, it comes off to me, it comes off desperate sometimes. And she's talented, she don't have to do that. But where Tinashe killed herself off was when she came out here and said the reason she ain't excelling is because she light skinned. And that's why she ain't doing well in R&B. So the thing is, Tinashe did that to herself. Y'all gonna stop antagonizing black women and then wanting them to buy your shit. I mean, come on now. Just trying to re-identify black women through the biracial diaspora. Hollywood trying to whiten out the black race. I mean, that's all around the world. That shit ain't nothing new. You go to India, you only gonna see the white Indians. You ain't gonna see the dark people. You ain't gonna see the dark Mexicans. You ain't gonna see the dark Chinese people. I'm doing that all around the world. But with that being said, Jay, good point. With that being said, did somebody like Tinashe come out here and say they don't like me because I'm light skinned, girl? Good luck with that. Did you guys see Ayanna get Hazel together for all of eternity? Did you see her gather that bitch? She gathered her ass, and she did it in such a classy way because the girl was actually a willing participant. So she ain't come down on her as bad as she did Neffy. But I read between all them lines, honey. She said, "You come read these Sojourner Truth. You got everything you want, you need, and pop my butt, pop my butt, or whatever that girl said." She said, "Now read these pop my butt lyrics to Harriet Tubman." I was in here on the floor. I don't like when Ayanna do regular people that need real therapy, but when she do the celebrities, oh yes, Ayanna got her and her mother together. Ooh, she got her mother together. And she got on here talking about she don't like dark skinned girls because she got molested by two dudes 5. Stop telling them lies. Sounds good. Sounds come up with as an excuse for calling them girls burnt monkeys and burnt roaches and all that other shit she was doing. J Parr said no fucks for Starbucks, calling the police on 2 real estate brokers waiting for a friend. Bullshit. And then, what did they call the police for? Susie said each other. That's pretty much where I'm at with it. Like, how do you pick a side? You pick a side. M60 say Wi-Fi and I don't buy jack shit. A lot of people do that. They need to bring the Caribou to Ohio Starbucks. I never had Caribou Cafe. Okay. Oh, Zoe Saldana. Did I say that? Who did I say? Colombiana. They should have bought something cheap for 2 hours and nursed it. I mean, that's the classy thing to do. Conservatives been boycotting Starbucks since that 10,000 refugee statement. Exactly. They're having diversity training. And the thing is, Johnny, they should have did that a long time ago. This is my big thing with these companies. And this is why I'm going to school for what I'm going to school for right now. Because these corporations have all this freaking money and all these people, these employees are liabilities just waiting to happen. Every last one of them. Okay? If they ain't doing something to get you bad media publicity, they're slipping and falling and busting their ass on your property or stealing or doing something. You know what I mean? And if you do not properly educate and train your employees, then you're going to have a problem. In a time like this, where any and every little thing can take your brand and just completely decimate it, you would think that they would have been having a sexual harassment type of training, you know, racial bias training type situation. What I've noticed from large companies, and I was just talking about this in my class, we're talking about personality style with in terms of how it benefits a counseling supervisor and their supervisee to understand what their own personal learning style is. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to take the test, I don't know if it's called the Myers Briggs Personality Indicator. I was gonna say I don't know if they let me post links in here because I know they don't let y'all do it. So I'll try real quick if you're interested. Um, Now I was already familiar with the test. She graded my participation points. Okay, good. Um, Let me get the link for y'all. Which one of these DTs? This test tells you about your own personal learning style. And the point of talking about it in the class was basically like, so you know what your learning style is and the other person as well. So in a situation where you're coaching them, you know, you'll be more effective. And I bring that up because it reminds me of when I was working for a large company that I can't name because I sued them. And so, you know, part of my settlement, I ain't supposed to tell you who they is. But they did everything wrong. And thing is called a narcissist working for a narcissistic organization. Okay. Starbucks would fall under that umbrella of being a narcissistic organization. I got the link. I'm about to post it right here. So at this large company I work for that I ain't supposed to name because I sued them already and promised that I wouldn't, and I was supposed to pay them. I mentioned their name, I got to pay it back, you know, and they ain't getting back shit. So you know, whatever. But the point is this: look, they had sexual harassment running rampant. Okay, everything that could be unethical was unethical going on. I'm talking about, you know, flirting or saying, "Oh, you look nice today." That's not sexual freaking harassment. Give me a break. Is be a supervisor sleeping with a girl on your shift and then being sleeping with other girls on other shifts, and then these bitches see each other and they ready to fight, and then not only are you doing it but all the managers are men and they doing the same thing. So between the five of y'all is 15 girls on this in this company that's sleeping with y'all, and then you taking girls back to your house talking about we gonna go and whatever, and then these girls is up in your bedroom and all this other type of funny shit they had going on. Okay. The company's bottom line was there was a very it's a very lucrative business, but their bottom line was taking a hit because their supervisors and their employees are not focused because it's all this playing going on. Okay. There's a lot of playing going on. And then on top of that, your managers are not managing anything. They just have the power to do what they want to do. But they're not encouraging anybody. And then on top of that, your management team is a boys club. So there's no room for anybody to be promoted other than somebody who's going to participate. And they made it a point to sabotage people who would be looked at favorably by the company if they weren't going to fit into that boys' culture. Because, honey, these boys was not getting right. They was getting it too good. Do you know that organization paid $120,000 for this man and his wife to come into the company and to have us all take the test I just gave you the link for and tell us about our personality profile? What do the personality profile got to do with these fools in here sleeping with the subordinates? How is that going to help? That's not going to help. I'm telling you, the carburetor broke. You in here trying to change your tail light. What is one going to do for the other? You don't have a company only enough for you to be worried about personality type because that's not a predictor of ethical behavior. See? So what you did was you wasted your money and you still got your ass sued. And then you had to fire people, hire new people, train new people, and all of that kind of stuff because you are so narcissistic that you did not want to acknowledge that you had a problem and you did not want to be proactive. They had never done any training. They had never said, let's train these men on how to work with these women. They have never said this is an unconventional type of work environment. People aren't necessarily professionally dressed, and we want to make sure that the lines don't get blurred. So never. They had never done any of that. Never. You know why you haven't done it? Because you're narcissistic. It's no way you did not notice that this is a company that ran 24 hours. It's no way you didn't notice that you had one female manager you had 5 male managers and 1 female. And that one female had got hired in the midst of shit jumping off. So she don't count. It didn't occur to you to have a conversation with them at least. I didn't even try to sue them at first. That wasn't even my intentions. I went to these people because I was performing well. I didn't realize I was being sabotaged for these reasons I just named. I didn't realize that was happening. Okay. But they basically were giving me a workload that I wasn't going to give me no attention. Then when they needed me and they started giving me extra and I was excelling in that, it became obvious that I was talented. So they started changing the numbers and changing the way that they rank us or hiding shit. I'm like, why are they hiding and sneaking? What is this hiding and sneaking for? But I was interfering with what they were doing because it was somebody else on my team that was a part of that boys club that they were trying to promote. And he got the promotion anyway that I didn't even want. But I went to them because they had my sales numbers were doing very well. And so they went through, I did a bunch of sales one night and they went through trying to find something wrong and then called me in there and tried to write me up over something very I'm talking about so petty and minuscule that it wasn't even an issue. They made it an issue. I said, y'all not finna play these games with me with all this bullshit you got going on up in here. What's going on up in here? You know what's going on up in here. So this is what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna come to work and do whatever you want to do and then write me up over little petty shit and play these little games that y'all got going on up in here. So just like you don't see what you doing when you breaking the rules, I'm over here making all this money for you and you looking for shit to be wrong, make it go away. Then I had a conversation with his manager and repeated the same thing. It was like a warning. I don't give a fuck. Take it off my skin. Make it go away. And then I went to human resources. It's one thing for y'all to be in here doing anything you want to do. It's something totally different than for you to start punishing the people who are not participating in the bullshit because they won't get down with you like that. I'm a very serious person and I look younger than I am. So they thought they was dealing with a 23-year-old because a lot of the other people in there, it's a lot of young women in there. But I was like 28 at the time and I didn't have no time for the foolishness. I got homework to do. Y'all know me. I don't want to be bothered. I'm on here at the graveyard shift because I don't want to be talked to. I don't want to be talked to in the lobby, the parking lot, none of that shit. Okay. Just want to come in here, do my job, and go home. But you want to harass me to give yourself something. I don't know what their drama was, and I didn't care. And I didn't make a mistake. But even if I would have made a mistake, I still would have pressed the issue the same way. Just stealing or put my hands on somebody in here, I bet not be getting written up from somebody who just got head from one of the other girls on this shift 20 minutes ago in the parking lot. So I go to human resources. I'm telling this story. Some of you guys own businesses, probably not of that large business, whatever. But when you have over 50 employees, you can't do what you want to do. If Starbucks was a mom and pop coffee shop, it wouldn't even matter. There would be nothing nobody could do about it. Once you have over 50 employees, then that's something totally different. And now you have to abide by federal law. You can't be in there discriminating against people and that type of shit like that. Okay. Now, I go to human resources. I tell you all that to do. I go to human resources and I say, look, this is what's going on in the office. this person is sleeping with this person and this person. Oh, yes, I did. Because I don't like that kind of shit. You ain't here sleeping to the top. Oh, not even sleeping. You ain't even getting a promotion. You having sex with him so you can take more smoke breaks. Girl, bye. This manager is not people on my same rung, but these managers, I'm telling on their ass. He's sleeping with her. He's sleeping with her. He's sleeping with her, and had them bitches at his house last weekend, was in his wife's bedroom while she went at home and she had to hear about it from the hairdresser. Listen here. I got bills to pay. I got rent, car note, car insurance. Plus, I got to keep my hair and nails did and everything did so I can come up in here every day. You're not going to be writing me up and playing with my money, especially not these individuals. So you need to get some managers that can do their job that are not in here breaking the law. But when I scheduled this meeting with this bitch, she didn't come talk to me in person. Instead, she had a HR person who was under her to come in the room with me, close the door, and put her on speakerphone. And this is how I was able to sue the fuck out of them. Because the little bitch that she had to interview to sit in that room was a peer of these people. So after the conversation, now mind you, I know that this is going to play out because I am going to sue them, but I'm not going to look bad while I'm doing it, because when I sue a bitch, I don't quit. I'm going to sue you and work here and sue your ass, okay? So I expected to tell them and them not to do anything, but they made it even better. The bitch that she had sitting in the room ran right out that room, told them what I said, and let them start spreading rumors and gossiping amongst each other. So that shows that your HR department is ineffective. So it was nothing they could say to the feds, girl. The feds was not trying to hear it. Not trying to hear it. Your managers cannot be sleeping with subordinates. Now, we talking about Starbucks. It's not a sexual harassment situation, but I'm just saying, you don't never know who coming into your establishment. You don't never, as an employee or as a customer. So what you need to do is treat everybody with respect and behave ethically and act like you got some sense in the first place. And then you won't have these kind of problems. See, you won't have these kind of problems. Starbucks, as soon as the shit hit the fan and Trump got elected, and you see all these things going on, you got the boy with the monkey t-shirt shit going on and all of that. I ain't heard about H&M doing no damn sensitivity training. However, they should have, and Starbucks and everybody's company needs to have a conversation. This is a sensitive time in our country right now. Do not get caught with your pants down. The same rules need to apply for everybody. If the black people can't use the bathroom without paying for shit, that's okay. But the white people can't use the bathroom without paying for shit either. Otherwise, we're going to be on the 10 o'clock news at 11 o'clock and ain't nobody going to have no damn job. But being a narcissistic company, you feel like you don't have to do that because you feel you have the brand and the power and the money to get you out of any situation. You feel like you just gonna throw your lawyers at it. I had another job like where the man had so many lawsuits, he changed the company name and just went and did something else because he was just like, he changed the company name and moved. He had all these lawyers on him from former employees trying to get their money back. He was like, I ain't paying them shit. I'm changing up. See? But I was able to sue his ass too. But I went through the labor commissioner, tore his ass up. You wasn't waiting on that labor board. You sitting over here worried about somebody going to get a lawyer because people can play lawyer games all day long. You ain't even know nothing about that labor board. You don't even know how they roll. Labor board called them up on the phone. You owe this young lady some money. You got 48 hours for her to have it in hand. Otherwise, it's going to arbitration. Goodbye. Have you a nice day. And then what? Him being a narcissist did not run me my money. So he ended up having to pay me $3,000 plus the damn $700 he owed me. He only owed me $700, fool. The fool. You see? Being narcissistic. Shit. And then like Starbucks, the only people make coffee, we will all live. Who cares? You watch Funky Dineva. You know, I watch everybody. And sometimes, you know, I watch Funky Dineva. Yeah, I mean, I watch everybody. I think Alex Rogers is funnier, but but Funky Dineva will get into some good topics sometimes that are not always based in ratchet stuff. And you know, he went to Florida A&M. He ain't a dumb dude. He just looked ridiculous with them damn wigs on his head. Lady Gaga would be great if she wasn't a Satanist. It's a shame she wasted her talent. Have you seen Little Richard lately? I saw Little Richard in person when I was like 12. Keontae said, "Shut up." Yeah, that me and my little sister. I asked him, could I get a picture? And he said, he looked at me and said, "Woo!" And they walked away and got in his limo. How you do the kids like that, Richard? How you do the kids like that? Makes you wonder if Janet actually gave birth. Nah, Janet ass was pregnant. You ain't see how big she got? Tamar was a freaking nature on Steve Harvey looking like Chuck Brown. Not Chuck Brown now. Oh, you talking about Charlie Brown. Okay. I heard she graduated. They must have pushed her through for constantly being left back. No, yeah, Cardi, she graduated high school. That ain't saying much. If people gonna start bragging about graduating high school, then we really know something. The music industry is only a century old. Really only 60 years. The thousands of years of humanity, music only recently came into existence in the last 500 years or so. Time Reveals All says, first concert with Earth, Wind, and Fire. I was 5. Oh, I know that was a good concert. Ooh. Wednesday, I didn't think Stevie was faking it until I saw that video. I loved his imagery lyrically. Oh, yeah. M Lane, my first concert was Powerhouse. 50 Cent was there and some other people a long time ago. So you probably my sister age. Live entertainment used to be watching other people be ripped apart by animals. Hey, Noma. Oh, God. Why didn't they just say Stevie can see he just legally blind? Well, you heard what's her name say? Is it mommy brain? Do I need ginseng or what? Why I can't just even remember stuff no more? The man that just did the damn interview and outed everybody. He said Stevie and what's the name? Used to play up their blindness. My first concert. Okay, I read that. Y'all see him catch that falling mic stand I was rolling. Yeah, he can say. Legally is such a vague word. Ain't it, Nappy? Kiki to her parents. I know my truth. Mark. My mama gonna tell me he can see some things and not other things. I was not letting that shit slide. Oh no. Mama, how can you see? Oh man, my stomach hurt. Mama, how can you see some things and not other things? She ain't had no answer. I can't wait till my baby start talking. You already know. Kids that had you stumped. I know parents now they be like, shut up, child, just Google it. It's the same one who said global warming exists. Like, how do you know? You know, man. Green said he knew you was a child, not just a short person or something. Right. Louis said Sonic Vision, duh. Listen, that's some hell of a ears if you can hear the pitter patter of a 5-year-old on top of a damn chair in a pitch black stadium. Ain't like he be performing at the Piggly Wiggly. I feel like we might have been at Anaheim or Irvine or something like that. Now that's a marketing technique to sell some records. Shout out to Stevie. Look at you. When said if you can't come to the Savoy, where else can you go?
Not a Savoy child. I got some Savoy stories. Inglewood always up to no good. Noma. Always. You hear me? Always up to no good. Envy said, don't forget to thumbs up the video, guys. Thank you, Envy. And you don't stop. Yo says, wow, if Stevie Wonder is a blind, how would he be able to spot you in the club? Bro, I mean, clearly he saw me. He saw me, he walked over there. I can't make this shit up. Okay, and you don't stop said that the audio is going in and out. Is anybody else having audio problems? Do y'all need me to start over or something? Wouldn't it be crazy if he pretended he could see all this time, all these years? I think he's full of it. He wouldn't get no play. There's good rappers out here like Cyrock and Star. Maybe he has some LASIK. Wasn't no LASIK around in the 80s. Noma said, Kiki, when you said you reached out your hand, laugh out loud, subconsciously testing your theory furthermore. I'm weak. Noma, you know, it's been weighing on me since I was a child, okay? Kiki, can you talk about the Alpha Kappa Alpha scandal? Well, because you know I'm all here for embarrassing the sorority, so let's Google it. Let's pull up the Googler, see what we can find on the Google, okay? Scandalous. Let me not wake up this baby. Scandal. Ooh, ooh, ooh. AKA sex scandal brewing at Middle Georgia HBCU, Fort Valley State. That shit sound ghetto. If it's a HBCU with state in it, that shit ghetto. Okay, but what's the scandal though? Okay, this was sent to me. I didn't send you this. What's happened was the president's secretary got arrested on Thursday because they found out she was letting some new AKAs that just crossed sleep with men of power in the Fort Valley area to get the money to join the organization if they could afford. Now, what I said when we first came on, I said the AKAs and the sex scandal. So either they having sex to get online with girls or boys. But this right here says letting them that just crossed get money to join the organization if they couldn't afford it. Well, how did they? Okay. So just crossed means that they have fully pledged into the sorority and they now have their letters. Um, when I was in school, it was like the member dues were like $700. Once you got on the line and you were going through your process, you would pay about $700. That would cover uh, your membership dues, your jacket, and like maybe some stuff you need for probate or something like that, right? Now, usually when they receive that money, that solidifies you. So for lines that they plan on dropping, they want to drop a line before people start paying their money for obvious reasons, right? But after you paid the money, usually then you good. Okay. So this message is kind of interesting because it's saying that the president's secretary got arrested. And then so who's president? The president of the sorority or the president of the university? Because the president of the university would have a secretary and the president of the university would know powerful men. I need more clarification. Okay. So then it says she was letting some new AKAs just cross, sleep with men of power in Fort Valley to get money for the organization if they couldn't afford it to join. Okay. They had been investigating it for 2 years. But they finally got enough evidence to arrest her. This been going on for 2 years. It's a whole pimp. It's a whole pimp. People are saying some of these men are workers on campus, some are pastors, and even the mayor. It's a shame and a scandal. It's a shame and a shout out to the Jews. Okay, look. People saying some of these men are workers on campus, pastors in the area, and even the mayor. They said the president knew about it, but he kept his mouth shut because he was sleeping with her. It sounds pretty legit too because I've heard it from multiple sources, including my supervisor at work. There's a few more small little details, but that's basically it. Oh, if somebody said, hold up, ain't the mayor a female? Oh, oh, Fort Valley gonna have to pay me or pass. It's gonna have to pay me or pass me to shut up because I'm tempted to take this shit to channel two. Take it to channel two, baby. Take it to channel two. The mayor is an elderly woman. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Kelly Clarkson, Eddie Murphy. Ooh, wee. See, that's why I was playing with crossover with, because some of these people didn't understand. Damn, this is incredible. And I've been saying, take them off these campuses. Take the sororities and the fraternities off of the campuses. Take them off of the campuses. AKA's already got two girls, two black women. Okay. You for the sisterhood and the public service, community service, and the black hood, and the black people, and the whatever. But y'all didn't drown two people in the Pacific Ocean. And now y'all running a whole prostitution ring. And they were doing it to pay dues. So it's no way that the incorporated part of the AKAs gets to pretend like, oh, this isn't a reflection of our organization. Yes, it is. The people in your organization ain't learning no character. So I don't know what you beating into them, but it ain't common sense or ethics. See, and when you go to a school like the one I went to, because the dues is the same for everybody. So when you go somewhere bougie, you go to Hampton, Howard, Spelman, you know, fam, you try to act like, but they ratchet. When you go to them schools, them kids' parents got the money, the $700 little dollar, they give them a little $700 they got that money. You know what I'm saying? But when you go to HBCU, something fill in a blank state, them girls ain't got that money like that. Ooh. Wait. Let me get back to my comments. I said it's a shame and a scandal, child. Shame and a scandal. Oh, goodness. Now I'm going to have to go to the bottom, see what y'all got to say about this, child. Should have been taking away that hazing shit. It's too much. Well, check this out, M Lane. This is the plot twist though, because they're saying that comment said the new people. So that means they didn't already pay. If you've crossed over, you've already paid somebody something to become a member. Otherwise, you wouldn't be there. But clutch my pearls, okay? Clutch my pearls and gather myself. Okay, for real, for real. The AKAs are known for wearing pearls. Okay, so that's why that's especially comical. Now, when you pledge a sorority, you go through a series of rituals. However, because of the hazing problems that M. Lane was just talking about, because of those issues, a lot of organizations, especially the AKAs, have come out and say we're not, and especially the AKAs because they killed two people. It ain't like because they just high and mighty. No, they killed two people hazing. Okay, However, at UCLA, two girls from UCLA, FAMU ghetto as hell, and they put the worst bitches, the worst attitudes. I don't know why y'all act like that. I don't know, and that's saying a lot for somebody who went to school full of DC people. That y'all attitudes is the worst. Okay, look. Once you pledge the damn sorority, right? You supposedly already in there building black wealth. We over here talking about the AKAs, honey. It's a shame and a scandal. Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? Allegedly, the president's secretary had girls staying at her house and hooking them up with old men to sleep with for money so they could pay AKA membership dues. Now, how's that for building some black wealth? Now, once you in a sorority, you're supposed to be in, but because they're on the surface trying to pretend like they don't do hazing anymore, what happens is the girls who have been in the organization longer or the grad chapter or whatever, they treat them like they are not really in the sorority. They're not real. They call them paper because they say, oh, you just went to a retreat and signed a paper. You didn't get hazed. You didn't get beat like me. You didn't go through what I went through. Or they say you skated. And so you know how people are. Everybody want to be down for real, especially black folks. Got to be down for real. You don't want nobody calling Buster out here in these streets. So they pledge a sorority on paper, but then once they get in the sorority, then they allow the older girls to pledge them the old school way so that they can get the respect of the members. And everybody knows this is going on. If I know what's going on and I ain't pledged nothing, clearly everybody knows it, including the people at corporate who always swearing they don't know how this shit goes down. So they gonna pay to sleep with old man to pay for a stupid club, really? I mean, see, at least seem to me like if by this point, if you already sleeping with old men, then you don't need a sorority, a school, or a college, or a job, right? If you already sleeping with old men, you don't need a sorority to get you a job because you don't need a job because you sleep with old men. That is a career. So this sounds to me like, and I don't have, this is just from reading that, sounds to me like they took a bunch of little girls that had already pledged and then they were pledging them again. That's what that sounds like to me. And then for the fact that this went on for years. They said this went on for 2 years and the lady got arrested. And this is right on the heels of Howard University also is in the middle of a scandal because they did fire 6 people for misappropriating financial aid funds and that type of stuff. And then blamed it on one kid who, to his credit, was able to substantiate why the university has given him over $600,000 or why he's received over $600,000 of student loans. But shit, he working on a master's and he damn near finished it, and he's been able to explain he worked abroad and that type of stuff. But what was interesting was he was saying the university knows that I'm not a part of this, and why won't they come out and clear my name, which they have yet to do. So this is why I said, going back to Beyonce, girl, you trying to bait me, boo. You trying to bait me, boo, boo, boo. You trying to bait me because you want me to be look like the hater. Girl. You can have your 2-hour performance because right now these niggas is showing their ass. See, and if you actually stood for something instead of just trying to get attention all the damn time, then maybe people could decipher what parts of this bullshit you with and what parts you not. But as it stands right now, you out here promoting thievery and sex trafficking and prostitution. This is what they got you out here looking like you promoting. So good luck with that, girl. Good luck. And you just shitted all over your white fans, so don't be waiting on them to come to your defense. So good luck, girl. Jay said, this is nasty. The mayor. Jay, you hadn't heard this story already? You brought it up? I thought you knew the tea. I just went and Googled it because I didn't know. Riding Dirty in Oklahoma says, didn't hear about sensitivity training for throwing out Trump supporters and police. You know what? That's important too. I mean, all of that. That's a very good point. You know, period. Come in here. You guys' job is to make coffee. We have customers of all different walks of life. Everybody drink coffee. Make the coffee. Write the name on the stupid ass cup. If you can't figure out how to spell it, ask them, how do you spell your name? And do that and put the cup down. And this is all you got to do. Okay? Don't be in there trying to police people's opinions and all this other type of stuff like that. You know? See, you smart when you get discriminated against or harassed, you sue. Most black people feel like they're being disrespected or discriminated against. They never take legal action. See, do you know that the girls who were sleeping with those managers had the biggest case out of everybody? My intention was to get all the little thoughts paid so they can maybe stop fucking slutting it, thotting it around, thotting and bopping it, slinging it, busting it, laying it low and spreading it open. Except for the one that was sleeping with my manager and sucking him off so she can get extra long lunch breaks because that bitch was a Delta and I don't like her. So I wasn't helping her do shit. But the rest of them, I went to them individually and said, look, I didn't caught, mind you, I ain't slurking and sneaking and sleuthing around because I am a good employee who showed up every day on time and didn't have no strikes on my record. First time I got a strike, it was some bullshit, and it was, you know what I'm saying, why I'm pressing the issue. And I had already been working there for damn near a year, right? Went to them heifers and said heifers. And one of them was my friend. That's how I really did the true tea of how I put the nail in that coffin. I had all the information because my motherfucking friends was, come on now. Come on now. You know how you have your little work friends and that type of stuff, you know, and I'm not gonna say we was cool because they just cool girls, but I made it a point to have my ears open with certain people, put it that way. So I said, listen, you got a big case. You know how illegal that is? All you gotta say is you thought you had to sleep with him for your job or you were gonna get fired. You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh yeah, he cute. You feel me? But just on some like, I thought if I didn't, I was gonna get fired, or I thought if I did, I would get a promotion. That's it. That's it. You got the biggest case out of here. Okay. Child, do you know not one of them heifers went up there and filed that paperwork? They didn't even have to go to court. All they had to do was file the paper. Then people were gonna call them back and cut them a damn check. Nope. Not one of them. Not one. Even the women who wasn't even involved directly had a case. I said, come on, bitches. You trying to get paid? They worth 320 million. I'm trying to split it up between all of us. All I need is for one of you to go down. One of y'all got to go file the paperwork. Now, when I guess they didn't believe, but then when I was working for my, when I was at home doing my homework with my feet propped up every day, living off of my settlement, girl, what you doing for money? Girl, I sued them motherfuckers. I told you, you did. After you said you wasn't going up there, I didn't think you needed no updates. But girl, yeah, I sued them child. Lay down, booba. Come on, mama. Don't be a nosy. Just lay down. I'm not going nowhere. I'm sitting right here. Selling that thing for a sorority membership. That's some new shit. That's some new shit. Marco said, you know, all these frats and sorors are DI organizations. The money is dirty. Or DL. I'm sorry. DL organizations. That makes more sense than DI. I'm about to say, what do DI? Spike Lee said when he was in college, the sorors were butt naked on stage being judged. I believe it. One of my homegirls was pledging Delta. They line got dropped. That's how I know the whole little spiel for my roommate. Was online to be a Delta. And I used to just like tormenting the bitches. So what they would do is if they picked you for the line, she was getting picked anyway because of her mama. But when they pick you for the line, it's like a card, an invitation to the, I don't know, whatever secret jerk off meeting they have, right? So They come and slip a piece of paper under everybody's door, and they slipped one under her door, well, our door, because we roommates. Child, I got up. I want it because they be trying to hide. They don't want nobody to know who it is. I chased that girl down 4 flights of stairs. Whoever it was, she was booking. Cause I could not catch her for nothing. Couldn't catch her for nothing. Whoever it was, they picked the right one because that bitch was, ooh, she was moving. She was moving. You know, I was a teenager. I was like 19. I don't know what I was gonna do with the information, but I just wanted to know who it was. Cause y'all always sneaking around. What you sneaking for? It's not that damn serious. So anyway, I told my roommate, I said, look, don't tell me nothing going on with this damn sorority shit. Cause I don't want to be involved when this shit hit the fan. Cause the way our school is, you want to talk about shooting the messenger, okay? And so that was our agreement. And she would disappear every night and go off with them or whatever. And she'd come back. I want to tell you so bad, girl. Don't tell me shit. And sure enough, somebody told their roommate who all was online, and they made a list. And the list went around to everybody that was doing this top secret hazing. It wasn't top secret no more. So they dropped the line. But they kept pledging them and playing with them for like 2 months before they let them know they was going to drop the line. Because they're just ridiculous like that. They waited till the night they were supposed to bring their money. That's what happened. That's how I know $700. Because I remember my roommate had to get $700. And then they all went and met up and it was like, keep your money. Because we don't know if blah, blah, blah. For that reason, I see no reason for fraternities and sororities anymore. If they can lead to gangs, murder, prostitution, and drug trafficking, shame on them. Right, Louis? And then on top of that, why these organizations are sanctioned on these campuses? It would be one thing if it was independent of these universities, but they should not be allowed to recruit and operate on campus, period. And then we'll see how much y'all love the organization and how much you love, you know? No probates, no step shows, none of that shit. You got to go off campus to do that. That's how they should do it. So they gonna sleep with an old man to pay for a stupid club? Oh yeah, I read that. Basically, Joe. He's too busy for the rest stuff. Nobody has morals anymore. Nope. I'd crap myself twice if I learned I was paying for my child to go to college and major in prostitution. Majoring in prostitution. The shame and the scandal. AKA, y'all is wrong. You was wrong as hell. And that whole we don't know, we have launched our own investigation shit after one of your people then got arrested, that ain't gonna fucking cut it. And furthermore, y'all supposed to have so much integrity anyway that y'all should, just no. Mm, mm, mm. Are there still Piggly Wiggly stores? I ain't been to one for 20 years. I don't know. I ain't never been to one. Somebody said Piggly Wiggly on TV the other day. Yeah, Quincy Jones. Thank you so much. Keontae, Wynn, Louis, all y'all's on it. Did you see Alex Jones meltdown after Trump? Yes, I did. After the Syria strike, and he was like, F Trump and F his kids. And Alex, calm down. Okay? Calm down. Get your baby off the internet because you attract too much dangerous stuff you got going on. He got a night. His son is handsome. He's like 17 or something. You know, good kid and all that, but don't intermingle him with your world domination situation thing you got going on. Okay? You need to go be a kid somewhere. I hate they did that. They did an experiment at Starbucks in my city, bringing evil spirits. Starbucks thought they was too big to fail. Basically, Marco, that's what you're saying when you don't take um, preemptive measures in that way. You're saying that you're too big to fail, and this is why I'm telling you, my experience with these jobs really informed my view on like states versus government, federalism versus anti-federalism, because with all the stuff going on in California, for example, the state of California ain't gonna do shit about it. Nothing, nothing. They allow it to go on. Illegal immigration, whatever's going on in people's jobs, whatever it is, they allow a lot of stuff to go on. It was the federal government that came in, and with the exception of the commissioner, the state commissioner, but in all those other situations, it was the federal government that got these people to act right. Because what I didn't realize is when you get a job, you're signing away a lot of your state rights. You're signing away to this company in order for you to be employed there. And so you're permitting them, when you sign that welcome packet, you're basically giving them permission to treat you how they want to. But they're not supposed to break federal law. That they can't supersede. And so once they break federal law, that's where the government comes in. Now, it sounds complicated, but it ain't. My learning style is I don't know physics, and a professor slipped it in homework. Chicago Mayor Emanuel wins the court case against Trump. Money for immigrants is authorized per appeals court. That is sickening. Okay, well. Oh, Cozy already knows hers. INFJ. Oh, Nappy Happy Drum Major. I'm an INFJ. I've taken the test so many times in school. Oh, that's so cool. You guys know about that already. Keep in mind, the music and Starbucks are run by liberals. Exactly. Hazel Hazel and her mother bear total dog faces. It's a joke that she calls herself pretty. Tom, I'm not finna go there with you. I'm just not finna go there with you. I'm just not finna go there with you. Starbucks incident was a psyop using a boule. Something about that camera shit. I mean, I guess everybody got a phone now. Snoop Dogg and his Joke of a Gospel album. Then Wendy Williams had the nerve to shade the Clark sisters. I don't know why she threw the Clark sisters shade, because they be busy. Like, I see them doing stuff. And then on top of that, as a gospel singer, you should not be the pinnacle of your success shouldn't be measured by what's going on, with awards or Billboard charts and that type of stuff. Although I'm sure they do just fine on the gospel charts, I don't know. I don't know why she felt that was. Wendy's been mean lately, and I think it's the menopause. I'm not trying to be funny. I think it's the menopause. She's been really mean lately. Then she started crying over Abby Lee Miller today. Like, you should be crying because you got on TV the other day and told everybody that she had surgery to suck the fat out of her stomach to lose a weight loss surgery. And then you said she had complications with the weight loss surgery, and that's why she walking around here in pain and went to the hospital, and that she was probably putting extras on it so she can get talked about on Hot Topics. That's what you said, Wendy Williams. I don't forget, man. I do not forget. That's what you said. And Mark Zuckerberg. Who are these people? Ayanla and Hazel E. Okay, well, Ayanla has her own show on the Oprah network called Ayanla Fix My Life. Ayanla is a protege under Oprah. So she is the Black Dr. Phil. minus the success of the Dr. Phil. Not to shade, that ain't even shade to Ayanna, just Dr. Phil is insanely popular. But that's the end, minus probably the professional qualifications, but the same premise. So on her show, though, she talks to a lot of celebrities, has them come on the show. People who, like Evelyn, that was on Basketball Wives, got headbutted by Chad Ochocinco. Then she went on the Ayanna show. Ayanna is like sitting down with somebody like an Oprah or something like that to talk about your issues and why you crazy, okay? Or why you doing the crazy stuff you doing that's getting your name, messing up your image. And Ayala's goal is to try to help them to correct these behaviors that are making them look bad in the public eye. Jay, I don't believe that. I mean, I just don't believe it. You know? Kiki, where you been this weekend? I've been waiting for your ass. Hey, P. Measy. Just trying to get rest and get work done. Right now, I'm taking 2 classes at the same time. So. Kiki has been uncovered. This was a complete race bait. They said they called the police because they wouldn't leave. Yeah, that's what I heard too. Okay, well let's do this. Let's pull up a clip. Because I did see some stuff. I mean, y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all. And then these headlines be so salacious half the time. So let's see here. Because we could all just look at it together. Okay, so Starbucks. Somebody know what the link is called, video is called, that will show me this Starbucks situation?
Protests and calls for a boycott. Now the CEO of Starbucks says he promises to fix all of this. We learned just a few minutes ago, actually, that the Starbucks manager who called the police because 2 African-American men had not placed an order is no longer working at that store. This comes just after the men who were arrested agreed to meet with the company's CEO. Joining me right now with the very latest and how we all got here is CNN's senior national correspondent, Alex Parkford. So, Alex, what is happening with this? People are furious.
People are furious. This story isn't going away, and that's because a lot of people don't want it to go away. So what we've seen today is a large protest. In fact, at that shop, it's in Rittenhouse Square in Philadelphia. Around 100 people showed up.
Oh, it's chanting. Right there at Rittenhouse. Wow. Okay.
Yep. And they saw this apology from the Starbucks CEO, Kevin Johnson, but they wanted to show up anyway just to draw attention to it, make sure that this story...
Kevin Johnson, he sound like he black.
...does not go away. But for his part, the CEO, Kevin Johnson, has been apologizing profusely. He appeared on morning TV. He put out a video statement on their Facebook page. He put out a written statement. He called this incident absolutely reprehensible. He says, this is not who we are, and it's not who we're going to be. Take a listen.
Mm-hmm. That in certain circumstances, local practices are implemented. In this particular case, the local practice of asking someone who is not a customer to leave the store. And unfortunately then followed by a call to the police. Now, certainly there are some situations where the call to police is justified. Situations where there's violence or threats or disruption. In this case, none of that existed. These 2 gentlemen did not deserve what happened. And we are accountable. I am accountable.
Right, so he's taking responsibility there. He also explained that they have 28,000 stores around the world, and each store or each region has different standards, if you will. But there are common standards across the company, of course. Johnson said that they will be retraining the managers on those guidelines.
I ain't trying to hear that shit. Who watched the McDonald's movie with Batman? Michael Keaton. Okay. One of the challenges when they started to franchise the McDonald's is that everybody, all the franchisees wanted to do their own thing. They wanted every single burger at McDonald's to be made exactly the same. The McDonald's brothers did. They wanted two pumps of ketchup and 2 pickles on every burger. So every burger tastes the same, and you knew what you was getting at McDonald's. And they wanted a simplistic menu. And every time they franchised the McDonald's, okay, some new jerk off would try to add barbecue or fried fish, or they was putting extra pickles and extra ketchup and doing all kind of stuff that they didn't want done. Okay. So Michael Keaton's character made it a point to who he was responsible for helping him find people to franchise the company and that type of stuff like that. And his character went to these stores individually. You know, he made sure that he was hiring, took more care into selecting who was allowed to open a franchise, a McDonald's franchise, and making sure that they were going to commit to doing everything the same way in these stores to ensure the customers were all getting the same value. In a place like Starbucks, like I said, in this climate, this is not something that an intelligent CEO who really gave a damn is going to leave up to, oh, they can individually do whatever they want to do in their stores. That doesn't make any sense, not in this climate, that you would not have a conversation with all your general managers where you would mandate that a specific training and conversation with a company manual from Starbucks would not be issued out. This is it's like, here's what I'm saying. This isn't a matter of poor judgment. That's what your job is, CEO. Only reason you running around here on TV channels apologizing profusely is because guess whose job is on the line next? Yours. Because if the customers or the stock in Starbucks goes down, the next question from the stockholders is, where were your antennas? This is your job. It's your job to preempt these things. If it's not Starbucks CEO, what's his name, Mr. Johnson, what's your job then? Because you ain't making no coffee. You ain't busting no suds. You're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. If I were the CEO of Starbucks, this is one of the first things that I would have gone through and done. This is why I'm going to school for organizational leadership right now. I already know what you organizations are doing wrong, but I'm just taking, because I got the extra time to get the paperwork. So you can't say I'm just pulling this out of my ass. This is what y'all do. You wait until there's a problem. Then you rush in and act like you're doing everybody a favor, fixing the damn problem, when if you really were the Higglytown hero, you would have kept this from happening in the first place. This is something that was very simple and very avoidable. The manager that you had in charge is probably not somebody who has any real leadership or managerial experience other than the fact that they've been in here making coffee the longest. That doesn't automatically, because you make good coffee or you show up to work on time every day and you know how to kiss the ass of your superiors, that doesn't make you a good leader. It doesn't mean that you know how to make those good decisions or that your ethics are up to par. That doesn't mean that they aren't either, but it just means that the company cannot assume that people know better. Furthermore, it's so many people who allow unethical behavior, other employees, customers, that allow certain shit to go on and allow themselves to be treated a certain way or participate. Remember, what you permit is what you promote. They allow so much foolery to go on. So all them other employees who know that this is how y'all get down and you never said anything, you're just as responsible. For what? For hurting them grown ass men's feelings? No. You just as responsible for potentially putting yourself out of job. Shit. You know, if you see something going on unethical at your workplace, you need to make the corporate responsible. You need to make them aware. Now, the things I was telling you about with Wells Fargo and their security practices and stuff, and how the security protocol applied when it was a black person, but if it was a white person, they wasn't taking the same security precautions and that type of stuff like that. And I sure did I had a conversation with HR. They did nothing about it. But see, Wells Fargo had the whole country. The government came down on the government came down on Wells Fargo for doing the very shit that I was complaining about. And now they ain't getting no extra money. They just barely holding on to their little company now. And all that big payday, big commissions and all of that shit is over with, see? Y'all done killed the goose that laid the golden eggs because you think everything is a joke. Shit. I got a $40 gift card in the mail from Louis Vuitton because I purchased something in the time that they got sued for something, honey. And I'm so for these people suing these damn companies. I don't care what they got sued for, but I got a $40 gift card from Louis Vuitton. Obviously, though, nothing in there costs $40 anyway, so I ain't using it. But the point, you probably expired by now. But the point is, I'm waiting on somebody to call me and say that we didn't settle this class action with Wells Fargo, and here's your coin. Shit. Because you could tell something was wrong in that company from a mile a damn way. I knew I got hired in there too quick. I said, this was too easy, child. Let's see what kind of bullshit they got going on in here.
But also, most importantly, on unconscious bias. And Johnson has said, and the company has confirmed, that he will be meeting with these two men at some point. They're hoping it'll take place this week because Johnson is in Philadelphia this week.
All right, we'll see. Alex, great to see you. Thanks for getting excited. Really appreciate it.
Okay, and then the other thing we want to talk about, let me find y'all a clip of this Ayanna, honey. Oh, shit. If you... Okay, I'm about to play this Ayanna clip of her getting Hazel E together. If you are drinking something, swallow it, okay? Don't have your mouth full of liquid because I don't want nobody to choke and it'd be my fault, okay? All right, I'm going to play the clip. You swallow. You've been warned.
Yeah, what I call my legacy room. Because when we talk about foundation, this is what you stand on. These black women of all shades and hues. Ruby D. Yes. Do you know what those women had to do so that you could even be on television? That's your foundation. You never heard Ruby D call another black woman out her name. Hattie McDaniel, Cecily Tyson, Septa McClark, and Rosa Parks. Do you know what they did? Do you have any idea?
They stayed on that bus.
Rosa did. What did Septima do?
I don't know.
You need to know.
All right, Marco, see you later.
Your foundation. Pearl Bailey. Do you know who she is and what she did?
Yeah.
And yet you call yourself an entertainer? No, ma'am. I want you to come over here and I want you to read these lyrics to Dorothy Dandridge. Go ahead, read those to her.
Oh, man. It would be embarrassing.
Read them to her.
Pop my butt, pop my butt. Pop my butt, pop my butt.
Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? Do you know what that meant? It meant a whip.
Wait.
Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet?
Pop my butt, pop my butt.
Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? Do you know what that meant? It meant a whip. Meant a whip to her.
Speaking of whip, let me see if my husband messaged me.
Rosa Parks sat on the bus. Read that to her. Go ahead.
Everything I want, I have.
Really?
Everything I want, I have.
You know what she wanted? A seat on the damn bus.
So now she's tired.
Yeah, and you sing that. And what are you talking about? Go ahead, tell her what you're talking about when you say it.
But I turn up where I'm at, because I'm a frost bitch. I pay the cost to be the boss bitch.
Oh, You telling Sojourner the truth? You the boss, bitch? Really?
Oh God, I'm sorry. I need more of that. That was good. Am I the only one that was thoroughly entertained? Pop my butt, pop my butt. Oh gosh, I'm embarrassed. Oh, because it sounded classy when you wrote it. My good game, baby. Damn it. You beat me again. My husband beat me in words with friends while he at work.
Social media outbursts.
All these monkey-looking dark butts coming for my pretty ass. When Della and Gladys had to walk in the back door of a theater so that we could get on there today in a thong. People beat you.
That's something I wasn't supposed to talk about.
How don't you remember that your daughter popped my ass, wasn't sexually violated?
Okay, so Hazel got up here and said that she was sexually violated and by some black girls that was supposed to be babysitting her. And the mama said she didn't remember it. She said she remembered now, but she had forgot all about it. Girl, her mama ain't about nothing. Oh, he already played too. Okay, that wasn't the clip I was looking for. I might not have it. This is an episode I actually was looking forward to her having more than one episode of. Okay, yeah, he go to mama. No, we just do the childhood trauma.
Have you ever made a space for your daughter to share with you her experience of what you created in her life?
Probably not.
Yeah. Are you aware that your daughter was sexually violated as a child? Did you know about that?
The black girls. Girls?
Wait a minute. Okay, now they black. Did they do it because they was black?
In my brain, that's what I go back to.
Were they dark skin? Ah. With Miss Hazel's revelation, I now see that her behavior towards dark-skinned black women is the result of the trauma she suffered when she was just a little girl. Unspoken trauma that is etched deep into the fibers of Erica's soul. Do you remember her telling you that?
I may have, but
That is what?
for me, that's a long time ago.
You are just totally unaware of what you do. Somebody violated your baby girl, and you trying to figure out where you live. That's a problem.
And at that time, I handled it.
But you told me you didn't even remember.
But I didn't remember.
How don't you remember that your daughter that's popped my ass, bust my wasn't sexually violated? How the hell you don't remember?
I didn't.
That's a problem.
So now we know what's wrong with you, child. Your mama is clueless. All right, y'all. I gotta get ready for my husband to come home. Act like I've been doing something constructive today. I got anything else y'all want me to talk about before we get off of here? That's why Hazel don't feel love, because of her tired ass mama. The NFL cheerleaders lying about being groped. I ain't heard nothing about that. Let's see. Fired over an Instagram post and a Ruber. Hmm. Child, there's a lot of NFL scandals going on. I put that in Google. I can't even sort none of that out. What happened? Tell us what happened. Spill that tea. A hater, thumbs down, little troll. It was probably Hazel Mama. What happened, Jay? Spill the tea. Because I Googled it. It was like cheerleaders getting fired left and right. I don't know what's going on. Hazel is smart. She acts dumb and wants to be a pretty IG model. Yeah, I know. She went to school, at least. And I know somebody, Inglewood is my stumping ground. So believe me, I done got the 411 on that. And that's pretty much what they said, too. She's smart. She just playing the role for TV. But I mean, stupid is and stupid does. So what's the difference? Did you just say my husband and whipping the sex? I did because I said whip and he been whipping my ass in this game. So that just reminded me, like, speaking of which, girl, go see if he made a move again. Oh gosh. Hazel looked like a zoo attraction. Y'all ain't right. I never thought she was particularly bad looking. What do you think about the Time magazine naming Cardi B and Tiffany Haddish part of this year's top influential people? Well, you know what? The industry got to take care of its own, and sadly, it's the truth. They are the most influential people. Shit, it's not like you putting intellectuals out here in the forefront. It's not like you even putting people with messages in their music out here in the forefront. This is who and what y'all reward. And like I said, before it was I was giving Cardi the credit for being an underdog and, you know, she just want to see her little dream of being a rapper come true. And it's like, well, the Po Baby is stripping right now, so I guess anything would be an improvement. But once they put the money behind you, it became very clear like, no, you kind of suck. But these people like it, so I guess it don't matter. But she's not authentic. You signed a contract and now you a liar. You see how you out here lying about your pregnancy? I don't give a damn what you got going on. That's something trifling to lie about. Now, when I got pregnant, I did not announce it until I was like 7 months. I didn't tell nobody I was pregnant until July, and I had her in September. Okay, so I wasn't 7 months. I was like 5 because I had her at 7 months. I didn't tell nobody I was pregnant. But I wasn't hiding it either. Shit, I'm grown. But I didn't feel good, and I wasn't finna be talking and asking questions and answering questions. And I don't know. I just wasn't. I didn't know. I was in a bad mood. I didn't feel good, and I didn't want to talk about it. But it's one thing to say I don't want to talk about it, or I'm waiting to advance to a certain level of my pregnancy before I discuss it. But once you come out here and say you're not pregnant, you fucking lied. Not only did you lie, but you got mad at Tammy Roman and all these other grown ass childbearing women who just noticed that you was pregnant, girl. Half the fucking population has a uterus, girl. And then half of the other side of the population want a uterus. Why you think didn't nobody know you was pregnant? It's just like, ugh, God, this industry turns everybody into a liar. So, girls file a lawsuit, NFL for sexual harassment. The girls say they were used as sex objects to investigate her. Men always touch them, and it was encouraged. New Orleans Saints girls set it up. Some, not all cheerleaders be waiting for them. If you wake my baby up. Damn it. It's like random stuff going off on my tablet making noise when I finally get this baby to go to sleep. Y'all know she be holding on. She don't care if I'm loud. I guess she used to that. She used to my loud ass. But music, something extra, like, do not wake her up. Like, get her to sleep till her daddy get here. And I could be like, oh, y'all so cute. And then I duck off into the other room. At least give me 5 minutes before they notice I'm gone. Jay said the girls wear skimpy outfits and they throw the puss everywhere and flirt and get mad when men try to date them or mad when they don't have several Jay. Well, you know, the NFL is probably getting finessed. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm on the girl side, and I'm gonna tell you why. NFL cheerleaders get paid a little bit more than I know for basketball. I tried out for the Clippers and the Lakers dance team. Probably if anything, I was being nosy, but them girls get paid $50 a game. I feel like for the NFL, they said it was 75 or something, maybe 100, depending on the team. They get paid for the game. They don't get paid for performances. I mean, for practices, and they don't get paid for away games because they don't go, right? Okay, so then they make them do calendars. They make them do meet and greets, which is probably what these girls is talking about. And we all know what they're there for. Eye candy. And then they're told they're not allowed to date an athlete, which defeats the whole purpose of becoming a professional dancer for a sports team. Okay. So what you expect them to do? They work out and they got to work out. They got to stay cute. That costs a lot of money. Beauty ain't free, child. Hair, nails, everything did. It costs money. So with all of that going on, and they got to show up to practice, they don't have time to have a real grown-up job. Maybe they could work at Starbucks part-time. But this is their career, and they're hoping to get a modeling gig or a sugar daddy or a hosting job or something to come of it. But they don't expect that they can retire as cheerleaders. So the NFL, effectively, you didn't give somebody the bright ass idea to go ahead and federline you, and I ain't hating on them because this is what the fuck I would do. This is what I would do. I would go ahead and dance till I got tired of it. Then when I got tired of it, then I would go ahead and sue them because it's easy ass lawsuit. Sitting out here with their ass hanging out. It's an easy steal. They're gonna settle out of court. Who said 500? No, it ain't 500. Guarantee you that. Not never. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are the highest paid cheerleaders, period, and they get like $150 a game. Last I checked. Well, it's not so much like joining a sorority, because the sorority costs $700 to join, not them paying you, okay? Well, I used to dance, and they have the best, like when the Lakers or the Clippers are doing their tryouts, they have these clinics beforehand. So you have like a really good choreographer. You know, it's a really good way to get in shape and meet other girls. And I had just got a call. I was like 21, 21, 22. And so I went to like the clinics beforehand to get you all, used to the process or whatever. But how it works is the Lakers are like really more so like in the modern dance, not quite ballet, but more flowy type of ballet-esque type of shit. Okay. And and you want to talk about like racial sensitivity, child. When you're going into cheerleading, all of that, there's no place for sissy tears when you're trying to be a cheerleader. Okay. Your height, weight, skin color, all of that is gonna be goes into question. Oh, okay, you're talking about the sorority. Okay. All that goes into question. So with the Laker girls, for example, this is what they said. They said our team Our fans are predominantly white. Now I live in LA and I know it's a whole lot of Mexican Laker fans. It's not that many black people in LA, period. But what the deal is, this is what their excuse was. They said Laker fans is predominantly white. We want our cheerleaders to the cheerleaders of our makeup have to look like our viewers. That's what they said. Okay. So there's 2 black girls on the team. There's 1 Asian girl. There's 2 Hispanic girls. And there's 4 white girls. Okay. If we have 3 black girls or 2 Asian girls, it makes the whole team look, I don't remember the word that was used, but basically if we put 4 black girls on the squad, it's going to look like a black squad, basically. Okay. So if you're black, the only way you're going to get on this squad is if one of the other black girls are leaving and then you beat out the other black girls. Does that make sense? Then what they do, Lakers and the Clippers both do this. Black girls may or may not have classical dance training, but that don't necessarily mean you can't dance. Like, because you don't do ballet or modern don't mean you can't do hip hop. If y'all look at the Clipper girls, all they do is hip hop dances. It's not very technical. It's much easier dancing, right? The Lakers they use more technical moves. So I could see the Lakers being more heavy on technical, but the Clipper girls is more just ass popping, hip hop dancing. There is like 4 black girls or something that was there when I was there. I mean, I ain't paid attention to neither one of these cheerleading squads, but if you pull them up, I'm sure it still looks the same way. So with the Clipper girls, they had a couple more black girls and their dance was more freestyle or hip hop, whatever, not technical. They're not doing technical jazz moves or technical ballet moves is what I mean by technical, right? But what they do is they start off their rehearsal with across the floor, which basically means you doing a ballet routine across the floor by yourself, whatever. And they do that to weed the black girls out. Because they know damn well that you ain't took all the ballet or jazz or whatever that these other classically trained girls have. And then the classically trained girls, by the time they get to the hip hop portion of the audition, ain't no black people left. See? Kiki, you Jamaican, you had 10 jobs. That's what my daddy said. My daddy said, when I was like 25, he was like, you didn't have more jobs than I done had in my whole life. Yeah, this is a new age. And LA, that's how LA is. Shit, either you ain't trying to fool with a job, or they doing something crooked, or hell, I had one job. I worked in Burbank. What was I selling? I don't remember what it was. It was a sales job on the phone. And I'm telling you, this dude was like, if you show up in here late, 5 minutes, we docking you. You late 3 times, you fired. It was a big ass deal. Okay. And I didn't have a car at the time. My car was in the shop. I had bought this Saab Turbo 900 that I was trying to restore. So I was catching the bus. Okay. While I was getting my baby worked on. Right. I went to work one day and actually the check before I had finally got all the money to fix my car to do the other stuff that I needed, right? So I fixed my car and I was feeling good. I had drawn to work. Did I draw to work? I still didn't have my tags yet. I feel like, no, I didn't drive to work. I had my roommate come pick me up, right? Drop me off, right? I get to work. I sit down. I put my headset on. The owner come out and say, on a Friday, I need to talk to y'all and it's payday. We're closing down business, Basically, all y'all laid off. So you can go home, and gave us a check, 2 weeks worth of pay, gave us a check, right? And the damn check bounced from here to the moon. And we was all in line in Bank of America looking like Gumby. Now you know the nigga I am. I took my check to the check cashing place, okay? And to this day, I'll still get something in the mail talking about you owe us from that time we cashed that. No, you need to call the person whose name is on the check, who signed it, because that's a work check. Slavery is over, boo boo. Yeah. People are so damn shiesty. And see, back then, I didn't know about the labor commissioner. That's why I know those things about getting screwed over, what to do when you get screwed over at work, because I've been screwed over so many times. And then I just got to a point where I was just like, fuck that. The next one of y'all to breathe in the wrong direction, I'm taking you down. So that company I sued, that's just, I had already been, I was on my Rosa Parks shit by then. They just didn't know it. They didn't know it. I was like, I'm gonna show up every day and do my job. But I swear for God, first one of y'all tried, I'm suing the brakes off your ass for all of the ones previously who got away with it. M. Lane said, when I worked at Macy's, they lied and said all the Macy's were closing down all over the USA. That's how they let seasonal people go. They lie. Who does that? Cyborg, what did you think about Raven Simone's post on T.I., Diddy, and Jay-Z? She ain't lying, but she can't talk because she just as guilty as they are. Well, her TV show where the two mommies live together and ain't no daddy, but the daddy ain't dead. He just ain't around. Girl, bye. Envy said, we got pay off. We got severance pay, unemployment, and party, and let them spend the petty cash. Oh, no, child. They gave us all bounce checks and the heave ho. Did I apply for unemployment? It was right before my birthday, too. No, what I did was got on some, forget it. I'm out here doing this. I've been going to work every day on the bus, trying to, because you can't be in LA without no damn car, It's in my car. My roommate was was rooming with two guys who, they wasn't bothering me, but they didn't get along with each other. So I wasn't trying to be in there like that either. I had all this stuff going on, and meanwhile, all my peers is out partying and having fun. So after that, all my like Hollywood stories and stuff. Well, not all of them, but I took a break for a minute after that and went and hung out with my friends and did hood rat things with my friends. Child, went to the studio and went to the club, and we started marketing for little rap groups and promoting and throwing parties and that type of stuff. And I did that for a little while, and then I got tired of it and went back to work. And, with a new attitude, though, I wasn't having it. Looks like California trying to ban the Bible. How crazy is that? They say it entices hate speech. Outsourcing. And they wanted us to train people out the country. We said, hell no. Nah. Oh, I wish y'all would have. I ain't training nobody. You heard me? That's ridiculous. California trying to ban the Bible. Where you get that from? Y'all be having all the tea. Y'all don't hesitate to send me stories if you guys run across something interesting, so I know. I don't see everything. Jay sends them to me. He be holding back too, though, because then he got some other stories I ain't heard about. I ain't know about the chili now. My email is thekikigreen@gmail.com. So when y'all see interesting stuff, keep me on top of it, okay? Cause I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I watched Beyonce with my head tilted to the side. And when she sang, lift every voice and sing, I said, bitch, you ain't finna bait me. This, you trying to bait me in. Girl. You got it, boo. You got it. Cause I ain't got that kind of energy. I don't have the energy. Thank you, Envy, for posting my email. Yeah, y'all feel free to email me if you got questions or you trying to sue your job or something, you know. I ain't hard to find. I'll be around here. Okay, in my mind, don't hold me to it. Y'all gotta bear with me. This toddler and this school shit, you kicking my ass, okay? In my mind, I'm gonna start making some smaller videos on some of these little subjects and just maybe put up a quick video. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that. Especially if I ain't gotta show my face, you'll get some, won't let me link it here. Yeah, email me. People are saying Jay-Z is reopening Beyonce's wounds by going from show to show interviewing to talk about his It's her idea. So how is it opening wounds? You don't know what a man in the doghouse look like? Let me tell y'all what happened. Jay-Z done got caught with his pants down doing something so horrible that he is begging this girl for forgiveness and agreeing to do every and any and everything that she said so that he can stay alive, okay? His life depends on him obeying and taking orders. And if you listen to 444, that was not a love letter to Beyonce. He didn't say he loved her or how special she was to him or how wonderful she was. Not one damn time. Not once. Then he tried to go out in the interviews. Now all he trying to do is clean it up. And it's coming to the point where I'm starting to believe these people got to be listening to us. They got to. Because we'll sit here and say something, and then they go out there and try to clean it up. Because I sure came on here and said that man ain't said he let that girl down one goddamn time. Now you all took, boy, bye, sit down. You can't hear me? I'm here. I mean, we don't know who all these people are. When we be on live, it might be like 70 of us. Out of the 70, maybe 15 of y'all comment. And then by the end of the day, it might be like 1,000 views. We don't know who all them people are, And I mean, look at Nicki Minaj and how much she look at everything somebody say about her. Lord have mercy. What's up, Donovan? You caught us at the end. I got to get up off of here. But tell me, is it something you want me to cover real quick before we get off of here? Y'all know housewives. Check the house real quick. Make sure ain't no dishes in the sink. In case you want to fuss about something later. He can't have no ammo. I'm probably gonna come on here tomorrow. I mean, I missed it. Leave it up so we can replay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up. I'll leave it up, and we didn't play no music or nothing, so they're not gonna take it down. And then I'll come back on tomorrow. I just got a ton of homework to do. Does someone know how to do basic physics? How basic? What's the question? Drop the question in here. We'll see what we can do. Come on tomorrow if you can. I'll be trying to watch at work on downtown. Okay. Can we Friday Night Live again? Let me get this homework done because it's nagging me, and then see if my husband will give me some Moscato. Till we be up. Thermal energy using delta volume and temperature. I mean, what about it though? Is it a question? Like, and why is Nate laughing? Y'all got oh, he's probably laughing at me talking about the wine. Yeah, if I can get some Moscato in me and get this homework done. You know, you got stuff to do. It just weighs on you when it's sitting there. And it's not really no big assignment or nothing either. My teacher just ain't playing that. She is not playing. And child, let me get a B. I'll be out here crying like a big ass baby. And y'all be talking about what's wrong with you. I wish I could double up my classes and get this shit over already. I could spell physics, but it stops there. Well, delta volume, that's like a type of volume and temperature, right? I remember them school days staying up till 4 a.m. Yeah, I ain't staying up till no 4 a.m. now. I'm too old now to be burning the midnight oil. You'll be getting it late. That's why we try not to procrastinate. All right, y'all have nothing else y'all want to talk about? Yeah, I think he gave us the wrong homework. I never took physics, nor am I good at it. It looks basic though. Hillary's video dropped. Did you hear? No, I didn't. Maybe I need to get off Wendy Williams in the shade room. Apparently, I'm missing the important happenings of the world. What's going on in this Hillary video? QAnon update. The Hillary video. QAnon suggested the NSA has a scandalous video of Hillary. What's in it? Listen to find out. Horrific Hillary Clinton snuff film circulating on the dark web. What? Russia linked account. Oh, well, shit. Now we know it's real. Now we know it's real. Russian linked account pushed fake Hillary Clinton sex video. And this is coming out of NBC News. So now that y'all talking about it, the link has been traced to Russia's Internet Research Agency. We know that that is cue for pretend like this is fake. Okay, I'm going on Reddit now. Why you ain't telling me about this right here? This sounds juicy. Must be 18 or older. I'm 18 and older, child. Yes, honey. Hillary, what is your ass doing? Click to see non-sufficient for work. I ain't at work. The bad video is of Hillary, Uma, and a little girl. They're terrorizing the child. They filleted the child's face off while she was alive and put it on their face to further terrorize the child. They were deliberately causing the child's body to release androprom into the bloodstream so they could drink the blood when they bled her out in their satanic ritual sacrifice. This is what caused grown men to become extremely sick, and many needed to seek out psychological help after viewing it. The perpetrators all need to be hung by the neck until dead. These are very psychologically messed up murderers, vile, demented, and soulless demons. Oh, well, shit, I don't want to see that. But did anybody watch the video? Do it look like them? Do it look like them in the video? You can't download it, only stream it, or it's a federal offense. I ain't trying to see that. Hey, C. Rodriguez. Well, I just went on Reddit and read that that warning, but well, I don't know. I don't want the people knocking at my door. Child McCabe is a federal offense. Oh, God. Yes, didn't watch the whole thing. A channel has stills of the video. What channel? I'm going on YouTube. Why y'all ain't say nothing and everybody been seeing this but me? A shame and a scandal. Oh, y'all better take that bitch in. Ooh, you better. Ooh. How y'all not out here looking for her? And Uma. Hillary Clinton dark web video. This has been going on for like 3-4 days.
So over the past few days, there's been some rumors circulating about an alleged video errors that were used by Photoshop, and there is a but you would think that if they were doing, not yet at least, that was kind of a disinformation effort. They say relevant. Someone else says, ask yourselves this: if such a video and cult existed, and secret services all over the world covered it up over decades, how would they approach this screen cap with proof popping up in online discussion forums?
Oh, and they inside
probably too late for that.
The
Streisand effect that would result from it. Or would they show
what is this, Comet Pizza? And see, they want us to share this shit so we can get in trouble for it instead of her ass.
History littered ritual murders of 16 children. And then there's Church of England Bishop Peter Ball, who's
oh my God. I don't even want the headache right now.
Everybody had seen it, and
honey child, let me get on I'm gonna go read what Q is talking about. When we come back, I'm gonna know what's going on with this situation. Okay, I need to. Lord have mercy. Kelly Clarkson, Eddie Murphy. That's too creepy for me. I ain't surprised though. We was already warned about her a long time ago. That's good. The federal government is shut down. Probably would get a virus. They like to hoax. Forget the video is missing 33K emails. See you later. About to grab something to eat and call it a night. Ciao. Enjoy your din. Yeah, let us know because NSA got those records. We hope they drop the emails. I'm finna find out what all information everybody got on. Come on, mommy. You thirsty? Hi, mommy. Here's your nut, baby. The nut, baby. You're so cute, little lady. This is a cutie pie. Here. We got a new pink Care Bear in here. And it's a pretty, big old pink, pretty Care Bear with a rainbow on the Care Bear belly. And I said, see, y'all is wrong. It's a kid. Rainbows is for the kids. Envy. Let me get on this and find out what's going on, honey. I love how someone on Reddit said, well, it sure didn't keep her looking young. Oh, God. Unless she 109 years old, then it did work. Yeah, let us know. Yeah, okay, I'm going to check on all of that. Chris Simpson channel. Okay, I'm going to check out Chris Simpson. I'll do that right now. All right, I love all you guys. Thank each and every one of you for viewing, sharing, liking, just chatting, commenting, the donations. Greatly appreciate that as well. So I'm going to come back tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow for sure. I promise. Scout's honor. All right. Ooh. All right, so I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, peace.